Now.
But yeah,
And just
every time I see something from an unusual angle, all I can think of is this.
vetoing the Reformation gives off the same vibes as like if there was a revolution and they get to the king's like quarters about to kill him, and he's just like, "No, I'm vetoing this. You're not allowed to do this."
That's
Go back."
basically what just happened.
To be fair, that's pretty much what happened during the actual revolution.
Yep.
Well, I avoided having
I
to
imagine
do
it
the
didn't
recap
work.
by a hair's breadth.
Yeah, but points for him trying.
Yeah, you
can
gotta
I just-
respect the grind.
Can I go grab a drink before Matt does the recap?
Of course.
I might do the same actually.
They arrive in late,
Yeah.
and then they stop for time.
You know, if we had just followed through the vote, this wouldn't have happened.
Shut up.
Also, I'm making another point that I do know how the guillotine works.
Yeah, you just
I'm
hold the
drawing
blade
the
up and
front
then you
angle
drop
now.
it. This is peak thief versus fighter mentality.
Anyway, no, you lost.
It do be that way sometimes.
Yeah.
I love this party.
You can't vote against fate, not from lack of trying.
I reject your reality and substitute my own.
Oh boy, that's a dumb fucking sentence that your country is currently suffering a lot from.
Feels bad. Oh, okay.
So,
What
That-
happened last time,
There-
Mr. Noah?
Well, and is everyone back? I thought.
Yes.
All right.
Okay.
All right. So last where we left off, we had set to sea and came across a little island.
mhm.
After a little bit of back and forth on what all we were going to do, everyone kind of split up and went their own ways. Our, I believe it was Did Benjamin come along with us?
Barnaby, and yes, he did.
No. I think
No.
it was
No, I don't think that's
Benjamin
a-
was the turtle, wasn't he?
No,
No,
that's
Franklin.
It
Franklin.
was Franklin.
yeah.
That's right.
Yeah,
So Franklin.
How did you forget
and-
the turtle's name?
It happens. It's been 3 weeks.
It has been
Fair.
3 weeks in fairness.
As I was saying, Franklin and Kai went off to gather coconuts, and then, if I'm not mistaken, Lowri, on a tirade of their own, decided to try and gather the components needed to make a refrigerator.
Oh yeah, unable to live with the
strange-
rest of us not knowing what to
I forgot about that.
And in the meantime, I'm pretty sure Gadron also went to gather coconuts, but on his own, or something of that sort. Well, was that correct, or
No, I think I was gathering wood.
gathering? Okay.
I remember you were hunting actually.
Oh yeah, I was.
That's what it was.
I was killing small animals for sport and food.
That's right. And,
Not for sport. This wasn't enough sport for you. Those guys are kind of weak.
Rats foiled again.
and in the meantime, Nor and Barnaby went on a peaceful beachside stroll, in which was very quickly and rudely interrupted by screaming and a swarm of lizard men and the people they were chasing. Nor sent Barnaby back to the boat where he would find the rest of the party and bring them to the aid. And then I had my one and only pop-off encounter, where I popped off the heads from shoulders with my little hand crossbow.
Well, you've had more of those
That is
ever
one
since
way
you
to
picked
describe
up that hand crossbow, to be fair.
Yeah,
You're getting a lot better with that.
And after dispatching the lizard men, we took the two very concerned people back to the ship to
The
try and figure out
magicians.
what's going on. Yeah, we found out it was a gathering of magical folk, and their magic items seem to have been disrupted by something, which we later found would more than likely be an object of anti-magic the lizardmen more than likely were carrying. After debate with the party back and forth, we decided the best approach would be to split the party with... Saying that aloud concerns me. Even though it was, I'm pretty sure, my idea. Which should have been the red flag for everyone, mind you. As the last time this happened, I was almost eaten by a door.
Okay, Gadget doesn't know.
Good recap overall, Matt. Neither does Kai. Good recap overall, Matt, but you missed out the Kai Barnaby war.
We do not talk about that, George, okay?
But to be fair, that war ended when they wound up with Hella Skrilla.
That's as true.
That's when you ended up declaring war on the gods themselves, i.e. me.
We didn't declare war on you, we just declared our intention to depose you.
I am Barnaby.
This is something else.
Gods together. Who would have thought?
This is actually George's way of killing off Barnaby.
I never thought I'd be
He's going
siding
to
gods
hit the
side by
god.
side with a horse. What about
I was
side by side with a friend?
I was just about to make that.
Oh boy. Anyway, D&D.
Yeah. After that interesting happens. Yeah.
Anyway.
So the plan had been for Lowri and
You'd basically just finished a long rest, pretty much.
Yeah.
And I thought we were going without the rest.
Oh wait.
No, you just finished
no, I don't think
just
we
had a short rest. You had a short rest.
Yeah.
Had we already?
Oh god.
Yeah, you've already put it up normally.
Dare I look at what my spell slots are looking like right now?
I mean,
okay, actually, that's fine. Yeah, actually, they're not looking bad at all.
I am currently.
I used 2 in that encounter.
Okay, yeah, no, you should be right. Anywho,
I used my
so remind me how the party is split.
It was
Lowri.
Norn, Lowri, and then George and Kai and Quadruin.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm going to assume, like, for now, as you guys head your way towards wherever the Lizardfolk are, you're going to stick somewhat together.
Yeah.
Right, initially.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and once you get closer, you... Okay. You guys finish up your rest on the boat. Leaving the 2 people you saved on the boat, whose names I accidentally deleted, so I can't remember what they're called. Oh well.
I have the recording. I can take a look.
I mean, that might take a while.
No, don't worry.
It was Brian. Both of them were called Brian.
No.
If it was not, I'm pretty sure I would not call any of my NPCs Brian. Like,
Now
friendly
remember. So
reminder.
in your religion.
I come up with some weird names. I need to remind you, this is the guy who came up with Fenston, Orban, Richards, Titus, Innsbruck, Nathaniel, Grant.
The best name.
he doesn't get to reek anyhow. And we all deserve a bit of
Farting, actually.
farting.
Because that makes the name longer and therefore funnier.
That's true.
You know what? I won't be able to parse the name through this. Chaos, unfortunately. We'll call it Brian and Natalie for now.
Alright, fine. Brian and Natalie.
I mean, you could also just deafen briefly.
Yeah, I could, but I don't want to. Because I
Fair
like
enough.
you guys.
Wholesome.
Okay.
But yeah, okay.
So
So were they coming with us?
I think they were staying behind with Frank.
no.
I just stay on the boat.
they are staying behind with Franklin.
Right. Okay.
You guys are heading this off alone. So you guys make your way through the flora of this little tropical forest. And as you make your way over, you do eventually start to hear noises of some sort of camp. You can hear what sounds to be the popping of a campfire, the crackling.
Yep.
Can I ask all of you to make a perception check?
It begins.
It
My
truly does.
forte.
8.
11. The kid who doesn't have his prescription glasses did better than Sandra.
Well, to be fair, I'm more spectator perceiving stuff on the sea rather than in the middle of a dark
That's true.
jungle.
Yeah.
Aha.
Okay. Wow. Ooh,
B
tight.
team has done it.
I like how you call yourself the B team.
Don't put yourself down like that.
All right, we're the A team. You all get to be the B team.
Oh boy, we get to.
You're lucky we didn't make you the C team.
Well, I mean, to be fair, I think Gadron would be more fit to the C team.
Hey. Anywho, Lowri and Nor, you guys, eventually your ears pick up the sounds of a little bit of rustling, and your eyes eventually catch a small sort of clearing. And by clearing, we mean that there's one area where it's one tiny circle where the plant's been ripped out to make place for the campfire. The rest of it is covered in somewhat large leaves, and it's surrounded in a small circular area that's otherwise covered by the many palm trees. Sure enough, you see about 7 orcs tied up, looking right sorry for themselves.
So
You like that? There was 7 something all tied up.
7 tied up humans.
Okay.
Looking a right bit sorry for themselves. And looking around, you also notice 3 Lizardfolk, 2 of whom seem somewhat normal-sized, one holding a fairly bloody club, both of them having shields with spikes on the bottom of them. One of them doesn't seem to have any weapon in his right hand. Instead, he's holding what appears to be a severed arm, and is currently munching down on it.
As lizard folk do.
And then a little further up, sitting on a bit of a makeshift stump that was recently made, sitting on that is a much larger looking lizard folk, wearing appears to be more advanced armor. Curled around that stump is, as you were warned, is a manticore, which, if I remember correctly, you've read about what those are.
Yeah. Where did you say me?
No, Lowri.
Okay, yeah.
Lowri knows about these, because if you look at the before today, the most recent rolls.
Oh, you rolled
rolled
previously. Was it mentioned before?
Yeah, it was mentioned.
Okay.
So you know about this. You've told the others somewhat. But as a quick reminder, it is somewhat line-shaped, but with a more human face. Out of its thick mane come various spines, which are also protruding out from the tail. And attached to its upper back are 2 large leathery wings. Lowri and Nor, you keep listening, and you do indeed hear what appears to be the chief Lizardfolk here. He appears to be speaking into something in his hand. And strangely enough, he's speaking in common.
Dun dun dun.
So he's holding whatever it is in his hand. You can't tell from here. His hand is completely clasped around it, and you can just hear him whisper, "As you can see, my men are already growing impatient. They have already eaten one of these captured people. If you wish for our deal to continue, I suggest you make your way a little bit faster." For a moment, a brief bit of silence. Later today, you say? Well, that is excellent timing. In return, I hope you have some of the non-magical prisoners that we will have. Excellent. And be careful. My kitty can get quite hungry, so make sure that your pet stays away from it.
Oh. Oh.
Oh,
Hmm.
The bear is on its way.
that one will be here.
And then he puts his hand down. And then he starts barking something in
Lizardfolk
language
here.
as Draconic, due to you having spent some time with Wyatt. But as far as actually speaking Draconic, does anyone speak it?
I do not.
No.
I don't.
I'll check. Pretty sure I don't. No, I don't.
Okay. So you don't know what he's saying, but it sounds aggressive and authoritative, and the moment he starts talking, you can see the other two Lizardfolk immediately stop what they're doing and put their full attention to their leader. And so what do you plan on doing?
We're all still together at this point, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
You basically
Well,
just
first
arrived and
things
listened to the whole thing.
Do both of you still feel magical?
Do I
Ah.
still feel magical, Tom?
Roll me an Arcana check.
Does Kai even know what feeling magical feels like?
Probably
Okay.
not.
You probably have a
I was just
closer
gonna
idea
say,
than
no.
I do.
No. Instead of not Arcana, just roll Perception for me. Actually.
Okay.
Ah!
There.
You can take this guy on easily.
Oh no.
I kind of just nod. As a matter of fact, I do.
Okay. Actually, because of the previous perception checks, you do notice, somewhere in the middle of the camp, not too far away from the campfire, you do notice a small container that appears to be glowing.
Alright, we kind of look at it, look to Larry here. Would that be the thing that we are after?
I don't know. I don't recognize it, I think. And then, shall I roll something here? Or I'm gonna see if I
Yeah,
recognize
you can roll up. You can roll roll Arcana.
Okay.
Ooh.
15.
Ooh.
Okay. Good modifiers.
Three. I got 2 15s or 3 15s?
You-
I got 2 15s.
Okay,
so-
you appear. It appears to be. You can just about see inside the container because it's a very clear one, and you do notice a large black orb that appears to be orb. Yes,
Okay.
round, circular, and
Yeah.
appears to be made, and it looks like pure obsidian. With your you feel like there is possible to turn it on and off from your memory, but doing so requires quite a bit of knowledge and is difficult to do at the first time. Luckily, as useful as they are, they're not the most useful when it comes to melee, so they can be just flat out broken.
Gadrin sort of. Gadrin sort of leads.
You don't know about this yet, Gadrin.
Yeah,
Right
I
now,
know,
this
but
is just
Gadrin leans into Larry. He said, yeah. Can I go in, please?
Wait a second. Sorry. Right. So, from what I can tell about this thing, that is what we're looking for. Maybe. I don't really know, but I'm pretty sure it is. I also know that it's very delicate, so it shouldn't be too hard to break as long as we can get up close to it without being noticed. Or alternatively, I suppose we
I'll
could just run
I'll
straight
just-
in and break it before the fight starts, but I don't think I really want to start any sort of fight against what
It is.
here.
I'll just
Keep in
turn
mind,
to-
you do have quite a few hostages blocking the way. The
Yeah,
foliage will make
true.
it a little more complicated to go past.
I'll just kind of turn to Nor.
Oh, foliage.
Yeah,
Stuff.
You
I'll
are in the
turn
middle of the jungle.
towards. I'll turn towards
Hmm.
Nor. Well, if it's as fragile as she says it is, you have a crossbow.
Yeah.
It's in a box, I think, isn't it?
Yes.
Right.
Can we theoretically shoot into it? Or is the box
It seems.
What's the box made of?
Let me roll quickly.
Box material.
As far as you can tell, it looks like it's made of glass.
Glass.
Actually, roll investigation.
Wait, the box
Roll
is made of glass.
Roll investigation for me, actually.
Okay. Me or anyone?
Anyone.
I might roll to see if I might roll as well. Because I feel like it's not
Yeah.
glass.
If anyone wants to.
I've got a 17.
I have got a 15. Oh, I've been outdone.
Another natural one.
I'm on fire today.
You look like you. That's 2 nat ones in a row from you.
Yeah.
My goodness.
It's the anti-magic.
No,
field,
you're
that's what
pretty
it is.
sure it's just like, one shot from Noel can just shatter that glass
Yeah.
around it immediately. Nor and Lowri, you're not too sure. Because what appears to be just glass around it, actually, is a sort of miniaturized wall of force. So it looks like glass and has the same reflective properties, but it's actually not something you can just break. Luckily, as far as you can tell, the box itself appears to be unlocked, so of course you'd have to get there.
Well, I suppose if I can make it to it, it'd be easy enough to break. 'Cause I don't think we're breaking it from this far.
Gotta break it. Gotta break it.
Alright.
I feel like I'm really sorry, Getron, but I feel like this is the kind of thing where we want someone to sneak in and break it. But if you think about it, as soon as it's broken, you can just jump out and go in all guns blazing if you really, really want to.
And if they were to see me before I could reach it, that would
That's
also be a
true as
really
well.
good time to go in.
All right, I'll be ready.
Well, guess now's as good a time as any.
I'll bring my dad's crossbow out, looking uncomfortable holding it.
You know what I
Yeah,
think?
you have not had to use this for a while.
Yeah, it's been like I think like session 2 maybe was the last time I used it.
Yeah, God. Rek wasn't even here.
Yeah.
This will be the viewer's first experience. You know what's funny to me?
Catherine, you are kind of looking at him going like, oh my God, he's carrying a weapon.
I mean, he knows I've had daggers. I think.
He just didn't realize about crossbows.
Yeah.
Yeah, but to him, you holding a dagger is like someone carrying a butter knife. That's just like something everyone has in his mind.
Alright.
Does everyone carry butter knives on them in France, Tom?
Yes.
You never know
Do
when
you
a
not
rogue
carry
guy
one around
gets
in
gonna-
England?
You have no idea what I've seen on those streets. Chaos.
We don't have licenses for our butter knives.
Oh dear. You know what's funny? Kai started rolling the ones as soon as he entered the anti-magic field.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
It's
They know that the
bot is
dice gods
giving us a
know.
yeah.
Alright.
I'm not saying like, yeah, you're gonna have to sit this one out, Sonny.
This is not
Yes.
your time.
But we all know that when Kai's luck runs out, what he does is make more luck.
You go.
That is
That is shockingly
what does that
accurate.
mean?
It means he's a wild magic sorcerer.
So,
Any
Nor, are
Alright.
you feeling like taking this?
Yeah, I think I can take care of this.
Okay. I think any of us coming with you would probably just hinder you. So
I'll be
Fingers
ready.
crossed
I'll
it
be
doesn't
ready.
wind
I'll
up
be
like
waiting.
the goblins
I'll-
and all that. I really hope it doesn't wind up like that again.
Gadget
Might as well.
sort of shoots Nora a puzzled look.
Long story. I'll tell you later. Alright. Gonna go ahead and hunch down low and try to sneak my way over.
13.
Yes, rogue stealth.
Oh, no. Rogue moment.
So, as you managed to find a very neat path across through the many large leaves, able to avoid just squeezing past some of the roots, as you're able to avoid any sort of major rustling. And you sneak past the main two lizardfolk that are guarding. There's one of the captured people that sort of raises an eyebrow, but then immediately looks away because he's able to figure out what you're trying to do. And at this point, you have indeed reached the you've reached the container that's just somewhere in the middle.
How much cover do I have here?
You're just sort of right on the edge of the leaves have been ripped out and where the campfire is, where the container next to it. So you're just about in cover at this point.
Okay. So, the box itself is out of cover, but I'm just
Yes.
in the edge of cover. Okay.
Yeah.
Can I try to very carefully pull it to cover? But if they notice, quickly use an action open and try and break it with an attack.
You reach your hand out to do that. Roll me a quick perception.
Oh.
It's all over.
Uh-oh. Game over,
You
man.
just somewhat. You just reach your hand out, trying to grab it, and
That's a bad
and
sound.
right as you're about to hit it, suddenly a trident just slams down onto the ground, just getting your arm in between its prongs, so it doesn't hit you. But it jump, and you look up, and you see Lizardfoot. You see this lizard cheat, this little lizard king here goes.
Instinctively, can I try it? Can I try something here when I see that thing land there before I look?
What is it?
Can I shapeshift here and try and make myself look like a lizard person?
This seems like a bit of a stretch.
Roll deception with disadvantage.
All right.
Just rogue things.
Oh my god.
As you slowly shapeshift, the Lizard King looks down and laughs. You don't look like the ones I sent out earlier. He raises his trident back up, snaps his claws as the manticore springs awake. He barks something draconic, and the other two lizard folk drop whatever they were holding before, grab their weapons, and turn to face you.
Gadget chooses
Everyone
this,
roll it.
Gadget chooses this moment to stand up and clang his swords together.
Everyone roll initiative.
Kai like quietly protests, like, don't do that near us, dude.
Okay, so 15, 10, 12, 17. So
By the way, I like how Kai was worried about spell slots earlier, but at the moment he's unable to use them.
Yeah. We need an auto.
I might have a solution. It should be fine.
Okay.
Because I can probably just get Frey to do it while we're fighting.
That depends on if Frey can use magic.
Frey. Frey. Yes, that is true. Frey may actually currently be dead.
Yeah.
Unconscious. Kai, just remind me what your dex score is.
Like 16, I think.
16.
I'm
Okay.
just checking that. But I'm
In case it's important,
check.
mine is 8.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's 16.
It's 16.
Your dex is -8.
No, it's 8 as in the score.
Yeah, mine is 8.
No. Oh, okay.
If I don't think it's physically possible for dexterity to be -8.
I was gonna say I
minus.
feel like the max is like -4.
You could be minus. You could be
-3.
5, I think.
The lowest is
stat.
the lowest is -5 if you have a literal 1.
Yeah, which you can't get initially, so you'd have to be like cursed or something.
Or feeble.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Feeble minded, I think it only boosts it down to like 3. I can't remember. Anyway, looking at there's a lot. It's complicated.
It's complicated.
No, I'm going to assume your modifier is pretty damn high.
Modifier
Dex
for what?
mod. Dex mod.
It's a +3.
It is a +3. And
It's worrisome to just hear Tom going like, "Damn, I put a lot of enemies in this fight, didn't I?"
And then asking what people's modifiers
But the
are.
problem is they all just happen to roll like similar to what you guys did. It's just my way of
Terrifying us.
And as per usual, I go last, huh? Your silence is worrying.
In fairness, it's just. I mean, you don't.
No, you don't.
Oh yeah. I mean, in fairness, also Gantrin going last is fitting. Like you don't start with the tactical nuke, you know.
You call me the
that's the
tactical
last-
nuke.
I mean, the only reason you don't start with the tactical nuke is because it's probably a war crime. But it would be more effective.
Have you seen Mashik Gadram's pulled with some of these enemies? I'm pretty sure a lot of his actions could constitute war crimes.
Gadget is a walking war crime.
However,
Remember, screw he, she, or they. Gadram identifies as a goddamn threat.
Yep.
I love like, you look in the dictionary for war crime and there's just an image of Gadron.
His gender is war crime. His sexuality is threat.
Is murder.
I'll be back in a second, but you can start without me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, where is Lowri in this initiative order?
I'm Valarian.
Shit, that's my fault.
I'm gonna use the time while I'm waiting for my turn to check whether how many of my octahedrons of dominance I've used.
I love that sort of insistent terminology. So
Here's
this
me, I
list of
can
Clay
just
Malcolm,
scroll
he looks at Kai, who I'm going to assume you were kind of crawling over.
Yeah, I was doing my best.
No, not Kai. Sorry, I meant Nor.
Oh, okay.
Nor, you were. How are you? Were you crawling over to the
Yeah, I was. I did. I specifically had studied. I had crawled.
Okay, so you're technically prone. Let me just look at the prone rules quickly.
I knew it. I knew it was coming, but I said I crawled.
That
so
wasn't
I had to
planned.
deal with it.
But that's just how it be.
That's just how the road crumbles.
The road crumbles, but just literally.
Also, I like
Okay.
how before even going in, I said, I hope this doesn't turn out like the goblin scenario, and it turned out
Well,
like the goblin
on the
scenario.
bright side, you have a lot more health now.
Well, I wouldn't say a lot more.
You have
More.
Well, how much health did you have in the Goblin today compared to how much you have now?
He was like level 2 or 3.
So his health point count is probably doubled by this
I
point.
think he was level 3 or 6.
Well, you've seen my rolls. You know my health didn't double.
Okay. Well, luckily. Oh wait, no. Lucky for you, his first attack is most definitely going to miss. He tries to slam his spike shield into you, and you just roll quickly out the way. And then he's going to try and go ahead and bite you, because he sees you, and he's like, oh, he can change what he looks like. Imagine what his meat must be. God, he must taste of everything at once. And his second attack... I'm going to go ahead and assume that a 21 hits.
Well,
considering that would hit me.
Yeah, that hits.
I'm just picturing like Tom just being like, okay, so luckily for you, his first attack is most
You're not on
definitely
full
going to-
plate. I know it. I know.
That's a 3, so modified, that's a 16.
Oh gosh.
I don't think there is a plus 16 modifier possible in any area. Like not even.
Maybe I think
you can
it's
get like
Trask
plus
have, like, a
10s.
plus- yeah, Trask have like a plus 10 or 11, I think.
Yeah, something along those lines.
Anyway, there's plus 10 proficiency bonuses, but
he's gonna get down and do 4 points of piercing damage. He's just gonna bite your arm a bit. You can see in his eyes he's the more unhinged of the two lackeys.
A little bit worrying.
yeah, that's what worries you, not the fact that we're about to be, not the fact that we're about to be made lunch.
Well,
nah, it's okay. So he's eaten an arm. He's like, he's fine. He's satisfied.
It's Nor's arm that he's eating, okay?
As you can tell, but clearly not.
Wait, sorry, you cut out there for a second. What, Tom?
I think he is not satisfied because he is trying to go for Nor's arm now. Aye, up to you now.
Okay, I guess I'm just gonna hop out and take a crossbow.
Does it hit?
Okay, so this is just a normal crossbow, I assume. No?
It is just a normal crossbow, yes. I think the only, I have,
yeah, okay.
Because I have the +1 magic.
So yeah, just that.
But yeah. Okay.
So, go ahead, roll to attack.
Yep. 23. This is on the bloody mouth one, by the way.
Yeah.
Okay.
That'll make sense.
7.
Okay.
And I think that's the end of my action.
You use bonus actions, but right now that's currently being held hostage by something in a cage.
Oh, another riveting bout from Kai.
Kai's action economy is being held hostage in a tiny bottle of force.
Yeah. So the crossbow bolt flies into the shoulder of this bloody mouth lizardfolk, which at this point has most definitely alerted the attention of the manticore, who is now awake and ready for action.
Also,
so
actually, Tom, just before, can I... Oh, I can't really do a stealth check on the bonus.
You're not a rogue, you...
Yeah.
No,
I can't try and
a
hide,
bonus that is...
Yeah. I guess I would
used
just
up your action.
I'd just be trying to, like, not get seen. But, yeah. No stealth checks.
Yeah, that's at this point you kind of screwed that up.
Yeah.
You guys, all three of you.
Okay. Well,
Roy's going to wake up and is going to see you, and he is going.
Your work.
Yeah. He sees you firing that, and it crouches down a little bit and starts flicking its tail in circles. Kicks forwards 3 spines that are heading to each of you. So, Kai,
Yep.
yours is going to be a 20 to hit.
That does hit, surprisingly.
Okay.
What do you mean surprisingly? You're
You
deprived of
quick-
defensive tools
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah, there's you
my
try to
AC is
snap your
13
fingers
at the moment.
you try to like instinctively raise
Shield, yeah.
your shield, and then nothing happens. You're just like, oh shit! Just kind of get pierced. Onto Lowri.
How much damage?
Oh right, sorry, I forgot to roll that. Whoopsie doo there.
Best beat.
Luckily, only just about grazes you, so it does 4 piercing damage.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Okay, now for Lowri. That is going to be an 11 to hit.
My armor class is 14.
So that misses. You just go ahead. You quickly duck out of the way.
Okay.
And finally, it's going to try and aim for Quadruin, and it rolls a 24.
As a matter of fact, that hits.
Yep. So you are going to take you're going to take 10 points of piercing damage. This gets you right in the chest. No vital organs, but it still manages to get through a chink in the armor.
Yeah, Gadget just sort of looks at the spike, looks at the men's core, and just smiles.
Mm-hmm. He's like, yeah, you're thinking, oh yeah,
It's
now,
all now.
yeah. He's like, it's no chimera, but
I'll get this thing
it will
started.
do. On to you. This will make a fine addition to my collection.
General Quadruin.
Can I make a move for the box?
You are still right next to it.
Alright. Being the situation, I'm gonna try and follow through with the plan, because I know if I can break the orb, we'll be fine.
Okay. So, I'm still prone at this point. Or are you getting up, or you go?
There is a feat I have here. If
Mm-hmm.
I'm not mistaken, athlete. I use just 5 movement to stand from prone.
Nice.
So I
Okay.
can hop up from my prone, just kind of like hop to my feet, and try and whip the box open, pull out my rapier, and try and pierce it.
Okay. Roll. First, roll sleight of hand.
All right. See if all that dice moving comes in handy.
Yeah. In the midst of this confusion, as you just escape, as you bloody mouth lizard, more intruders, you're able to very quickly just grab your rapier, put it on and just sort of knock over the cage, and the orb just comes rolling out, and it is now exposed.
All right, I will try to break
You
it.
can see it is pulsating. You're going to try and attack it?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. You do that, but unfortunately, because of the round shape, it just kind of clinks off.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Alright.
oh, it's starting to get to one of those, isn't it?
Yeah, it just goes. It's like when you try and I'm trying to think of something similar where you just when you try and pierce a circle, instead of going through, it just kind of rolls away.
Yeah, it just kind of goes.
It's like if you're trying to hit a balloon with a rapier.
Yeah, something like that. A little harder though.
Yeah,
Like sort of scrapes off. It makes a pretty nasty sound as well. It just goes like a. Yeah. So, that's your turn gone.
I kind of just like after missing, just kind of bring my eyes back up because I already know what to expect here.
Yeah. So yeah, you immediately go. Yep. And yet, sure enough, that other lizard folk sees you doing that and goes and just swings a club at you. He doesn't get advantage this time, so lucky for you, he misses. Because he only rolled a 10.
Nice.
Which is a miss. And I'll go again and hit you with the spiked shield, and that's an 11. I assume that also misses.
That misses.
Yep. Okay.
I'm busting
So
out some moves.
yeah, you're just able to quickly dodge out the way. And now on to Lowri.
Okay. So I am gonna pull out my crossbow.
Okay. Now,
And
question:
I might.
is your crossbow magical as well?
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah, it says
It's not magical as far as I'm aware, but it might have. It has a +1 on it, and I don't remember where that came from. But oh no,
Gift.
I remember where that came from.
It was a gift.
No, do you remember when we were at the Elven place, I went and got
Yes,
it tweaked
that's
up. I
right.
had a nice conversation with the guy about how he improved
Okay,
it.
that's right.
So
okay.
it wouldn't be magical then.
Speaking of, I just
no,
realized
that-
He was like, because he was
can't-
like tweaking the tightening and stuff on it. I remember him saying. But if you want to rule it as magical, that's fine.
Well, considering how elves like to do their stuff,
It would make sense that it was a bit of both.
So
yeah.
in here, in this point, for the purposes of being an anti-magic zone, loses that extra +1.
So it's +7.
So
then?
it's just your whatever ability score and your proficiency. So in this case,
I just know that normally it's a +8. So if I'm getting rid of a +1, it's
okay.
+7.
Keep in mind that applies for any other weapons. So Gadrin, you've got a magic sword, so it's no longer magic.
Yeah, I've
normal.
buffed a few different things.
Yeah.
With
So it's only a +8 as opposed to a +10.
All right, Mr. 20 strength.
Casual.
Okay. more important, is your armor magical?
No,
My
it's
armor?
just
No.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, I thought you were talking to me. Oh, someone's is.
Nor's is.
Ignores might be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh.
What
The
about
only
magic?
armor, magic is the only armor I have.
Wait, hold on. What about magic?
Because of the
armor is
anti-magic
magical.
zone, your armor is not magical anymore.
Yeah, so
It's just
bonus.
normal.
15 AC.
It just loses one.
That's not
I think,
bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm on 30 right now.
I mean,
so
it's bad when you're
worse.
surrounded by 3 lizard men.
This is
That is
But-
true.
But so far, I've lost 4 health from 2 of the lizard men total.
Yeah.
So I'm not doing bad, and I still have my reaction that I can use for
Yeah,
uncanny
to halve
dodge.
it.
So
Yeah.
I'm actually doing all right.
Famous last words.
Okay, so I'm gonna go for the Lizard King, I think, with this. Oh no, that doesn't look good.
Unfortunately, it is not.
I don't think I can do anything else, to be
It
completely
just
honest.
kind of whizzes right past him, and he just gives you a little look and just adorable.
I'll give kind of a nervous laugh and then end my turn.
All right.
So Gadrin.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Jim is just.
Yeah, Gadrin at the moment has his swords drawn and is raring to go. So he charges the Manticore, and he's going to.
Okay, keep in mind the Manticore is furthest away,
Oh yes.
Yeah, you might have to take some
Wait,
opportunity
yeah.
attack.
Yeah,
so you
where?
have to. And it's you're kind of standing on the opposite side of it, and it was in like a little bit of a throne.
Okay.
In a sense. So it was killed around a so it is currently about it's about 50 feet away, I'd say. And this counts as difficult terrain. So your movement is halved.
I see.
So you unfortunately aren't able to reach any of the enemies. So unless you've got some kind of ranged attack, you
I throw my sword.
I was gonna say, there's a reason you carry 2 of them, right?
Yeah. Question: Do I see where the where the little sphere rolled to?
roll perception.
8.
You know it's somewhere near Nor. And that's it.
And Nor is
Totally
about 40
just
feet away, huh?
Yes. Nor's a little close. He's about he's 40. I really should have thought about the mathematics of this before starting. Now I realize it.
I think I'm actually right by the enemy because the one dude was right over
Yeah,
me.
the overall diameter of this battleground is about 70 feet. So you're about 35 feet from Nor,
Just
starting from before you entered, and your movement is halved, so you can only move 15 feet.
Gadrin's going to use his movement.
Catch him.
Yeah, Gadrin's going to use his movement to go into the center of the clearing and clang his swords together in a threatening manner.
Okay, what's your total movement?
30.
Okay, so remember it's halved, difficult terrain.
Yeah, he's going to try. He's basically going to step out into, from where he was standing as far toward the center.
Okay, so he's going to try and make it to the center, or is he using his action to dash?
Yeah, he's going to use his action to dash, and he's going to be clang his swords together once he reaches the furthest point of movement.
Okay, you basically announce. You're basically doing the "here comes a new challenger" sort of thing.
Yeah, just
in order to keep the heat off of Nor. Okay.
Yeah. Basically, it's just like, hey, I'm here, fight me.
Makes sense. Yeah. So you basically run towards the middle of them and then just shout, and the Lizardfolk do notice you, including the Lizard King, who sees that and goes, and he barks something in Draconic and then charges right towards you. I'm holding up his trident, and he is going to grab both of his hands to grasp the trident and just slam it towards you. The first one is a 14.
That misses. Yeah, Gadrin sees it coming and intercepts it with his swords.
Okay, and the second one's even lower. So he waves it towards you, and then you able to just block it both times. And he grins at you the same way I assume you're grinning at him.
Yep. You're just like, yes, this is my battle.
Okay, back up to the top. The bloody mouth is still hungry, and he's going to try and bite at Nor again. Not with advantage this time.
Its stomach is making the rumblings that only hands can satisfy.
Exactly! You get him! Okay, the first one is going to be so he's going to bite at you with a 15.
Alright, that meets.
Okay, it meets, so it beats. So he is going to once again deal... Oh, he's going to deal 8 piercing damage. He's going to bite straight down onto your shoulder.
Alright. I'm going to go ahead and use my reaction to half that.
Okay, so you're able to just barely dodge out the way, so instead he bites down on a finger.
You know what, that strikes me as less ideal.
I mean, shoulder, you can, if it's just damaged badly, it can pretty much lose the whole thing.
I can grow fingers back, right?
No, they don't.
That's exactly where my head was going.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to do this turn, and then I've been told I can move downstairs, so I'll be doing that.
Okay.
In the middle of a tough battle. So, he's going to... So you halve that, so you take 3 damage, and he's going to try and use his shield to pin you down, so it's easier for him to eat you. Unfortunately, he only rolls an 11. No, a 10. Which is less likely. So he does that, but you're able to just sort of swing yourself around. And with that, I'm going to start moving down. I'll be with you. I'll be back as soon as possible.
Alrighty.
I'll be honest with how many attacks there are that I'm dodging. I mentally imagine it as like basically break dance dodging.
Yeah, I can see that.
Is this the power of Ultra Instinct?
All right, hold on, I'll be right back. I'm gonna see if there's anything I can eat real quick.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, we discussed it wasn't the bunny, right?
Yeah. I feel like I want to develop like a Joker backstory as to why I hate horses. Every time someone asks, it changes.
You want to know
My mother
why?
was killed by a whore.
Oh gosh.
So I had a mother.
You want to know? You want to know why I hate horses?
My mother loved horses.
Oh
And a
gosh.
horse burnt down the theatre and blamed me for it.
I'm up for that extra Kylo.
Oh gosh. Yeah, maybe let's not make that the canonical reason.
Good idea. Let's avoid that at all costs.
I'll DM Tom about it. See what it explains a facet of my character.
It explains a facet of your character that really shouldn't be explained. Honestly, I think it's funnier. Yeah, just we don't know why you hate Barnaby. You just hate him.
Honestly, the talk of like a horse burnt down the museum and all that gives me serious Cruella vibes.
Oh yeah, my friends were
I haven't
memeing on
seen
that a
Cruella
bit.
yet. I really want to watch it.
My friends were memeing on that because one of my friends is not a huge fan of the vast majority of the live action Disney remakes.
Oh, that's fair enough.
And he in particular he absolutely hates their rendition of the Mufasa death scene.
Right.
And he commented that the death scene of Cruella's mother was even worse somehow. Of course, then it led into a bit of a tirade of you don't have to make your villains sympathetic to make them compelling.
Yeah.
That's true.
I've never seen Cruella, and I don't know anything.
It's only just come out, but I really want to watch it.
Didn't Killian make a reference to it in one of his videos?
It might have been the thing of Cruella comes from 101 Dalmatians.
Right. Oh yeah, because it was about kidnapping. It was about Team Rocket being dognappers.
Yep.
Yeah, because I remember the line now. It's just like, in Ruby we fought environmental terrorists. In Fire Red we take down dognappers. I feel like global extinction is a much bigger threat than Cruella de Vil.
Right, it's been so long. I'm really enjoying this already. Like, this is good.
Yeah. I've played 3 D&D sessions in the past 2 days. One of mine tonight got cancelled. I was going to do 3 today.
Oh no, the horror.
Now I'll have to wait until like next week to do another lot of sessions.
Don't worry though, fellas. I'm gonna pop the balloon.
That is such a threat.
Open the box, it just starts floating away.
I mean, to be fair, the box is already open. It's just a heavy balloon.
This is gonna turn into Benny Hill, isn't it?
I'm gonna hold on to it, so even if it doesn't break, I'll have a hold of it.
I might use this time to go and get another drink.
Okay.
Yeah, I just did that.
Okay. Yeah, so if Tom comes back, let him know that's what I'm doing.
Alrighty.
Okay.
Alright, who wants to see some really laggy gameplay of Super Hot?
No.
Oh, you know I do. Super Hot's an amazing game.
No. I am immune to your mind control.
No, it's...
Yeah, spoiler humor.
I've like That whole concept on super is very quirky.
There we go.
I-
Now it's
I did like the the idea of time only moves when you do.
I'm back, bitch.
welcome back.
Yo!
All right, turn off the
Right.
super hat.
Well, we actually have to wait for
Oh,
someone to come back here.
what's George doing?
Just getting a drink, so he will be like.
I'm back.
Perfect timing.
We speak of the
Okay.
devil, and he appears.
Mm.
Are
Getting
you
a drink
calling
in
your
it.
friend the devil? Hey.
No, don't worry. I'm a black metal fan, so I take it as a compliment.
Yeah, you're
Okay,
right.
I mean, yeah.
You know what? Right, I'm being too harsh. He's an imp.
Boy.
No, that's worse.
Yeah, that's
That's
fine.
worse.
It's nowhere near as cool.
Anyway, I think it's
Alright.
Kai's turn.
So,
Is it so?
it
The
was
thing,
it
the
was
thing
right.
is
It's
not
back to
been
you.
broken yet, has it?
Nope. Yeah, it hasn't even
Okay.
been so much as grazed.
Can I see it?
Raw perception.
Here we go again.
It can only go well. So you see Nor's head. That looks like the gemstone.
Well, no, you're able to tell what Nor looks like because at this point he's gone back to his human disguise.
Right.
Wait, is he gone to his human disguise or is he still in Lizardfolk? You tell me.
You know, I imagine it wouldn't be the forefront of his mind to switch back. You just
Well, this
see
could only lead
a
some
lizard
comedy
dressed like Nor.
Right. Okay. I think Kai's smart enough to figure that one out.
Yeah, no,
The
you're,
only lizard folk wearing clothes.
you're lucky Kai invested into intelligence.
Yeah. But yeah. Okay. In that case, I think I'll just go for Bloodmouth again. With the
Okay.
crossbow. What was this? +6? Yeah. 23 again.
Yep, that definitely hits. Roll for damage.
7 again.
He only knows one way to shoot the crossbow.
Yep, but I mean it works. Yeah, it'll just be like the exact same shot as last time. Probably landing in like roughly the same spot. Not the exact same spot because his aim isn't that good, but
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just sorting something out. Okay, so that does 7 damage. So yeah, he's looking he's looking quite bloody, and this time it's not coming from his mouth. Mr. Messy Eater is kind of feeling his. You notice it's kind of. You get him in the bottom of his jaw, and so you can see he's spinning around, and he sees you, and just. And with that, Manticore's turn.
Yep.
So he still sees you guys, you Lowri and Kai, still stalking the in the background. So he's going to go ahead and once again fire 3. This time, 2 of them are aimed at you, Kai.
Okay.
So the first 2.
Yeah, well, I'm not so much skulking around anymore as I am locked in combat with his boss.
Yeah, no, you're not skulking. No, it's just Kai and Lowri right now. Because it's smart enough to know that you guys are currently being completely unattended for, and someone should put a stop to that. The first one is only a 9.
Okay, that misses.
Second one is going to be a 13.
Just barely hits.
Okay, so it's going to deal. Get my D8 back out. It's going to deal 7 points of piercing damage.
Okay, yeah, I just kind of reel back as it pierces.
Yeah, and this one, Lowri.
Hmm.
That's going to be a 17 to hit.
Oh, that does hit.
No, 18, but either way, yeah.
Yeah.
That would hit me.
Yep. Luckily, it does a little less. It only does 5.
5 damage is
Yeah.
bearable.
Yeah, it's doable. So,
Yeah.
and I need to remember to get off its spines because it only has a limited amount.
I didn't know that.
And with that said, it is now back to Nor.
All right. Well, I'm gonna grab onto the sphere this time, and swap to the dagger here because it's gonna be easier to try and stab with the dagger while it's not in my arm, rather than with a long rapier.
Yep. Okay.
So, holding on to it, I will try and plunge the dagger into
Okay.
it.
Did you say this dagger is magical, by the way?
This dagger is not magical.
Okay. A 20. Yep, that hits. Roll for damage.
Hope
Do
that
one roll.
that's
You've got
not
the
an
excellent-
exclamation.
No, that is a 1. That, on the other hand, it's just your accuracy thing. Never
Definitely
mind.
not.
That was him deleting his shame for the world. So
Yeah, I got
not realizing the fact that I'm recording the screen.
Wow, you got the whole thing ready. Okay. You are able to just sort of slam at it. It doesn't do much damage, but you do notice a tiny little chip. So you are capable of doing something to it, at least. It is not indestructible.
Secondary
But it is a
plan
little tough.
is
It is a
my
little tougher than you
secondary-
thought.
secondary plan is go. I'm going to run away from everyone with it to try and get that distance away from our our magic users.
Okay, I'm going to assume that you can disengage first.
Yeah, I'll use
Because
my
otherwise
bonus
that-
action to disengage.
Yeah. So you're able to
then,
avoid the opportunity attacks.
Yeah, and then I'm booking it,
Mm-hmm.
which I think is just 30 feet of movement.
In difficult terrain, as I've discovered.
Yeah.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if I'm looking like a lizard person, do I still have to do?
No, but Lizardfolk
Yeah,
suffer from a difficult terrain as well.
All right, fine. So okay, I make it about 15 feet then.
Okay.
Well, actually, hold on. Let me check athlete. Maybe I don't.
Good point. You still do, I assume.
Yeah. How much distance could I get with a long jump?
You know, I've never understood the jumping mechanics of D&D, actually. Let me have a look.
Because a long jump, I can make that distance with only 5 feet of space, and if I'm making it that far, I might be able to just jump for that extra distance, so that they'd have to walk farther and
Yeah.
quite attack.
Quick
me.
question. To be honest, I think jumping is based on strength. In
Let
terms
me
of
look
jump
up how
distance.
long jump works. Speed.
Okay, I'm looking at the movement thing.
Long. Alright, when you make a long jump, you cover a number of feet up to your strength score. If you move it... Okay, well...
So you move...
I actually would jump backwards, I guess, because I have -1. Is that what I'm... Hold on.
And then when you land in difficult terrain, you must succeed DC 10 Dex save, otherwise you land prone. Or an acrobatics check, not a Dex save.
Okay, well,
Which
hold
is
on.
still Dex.
I think I can do that. But my question is, since I have a -1 in strength, what would happen?
You would go, plop.
I just jump in there and go.
No, remember,
Move
it's up to your strength score, not strength
Oh.
modifier. So you do
Oh,
go
okay.
forwards.
So I can go up to 9 feet. Okay, cool.
Group-based combat makes it difficult.
So I'm going to run the 15 feet, and at the end of it, can I jump?
I'd say you can do it at the end of the 10 of
Okay, because I do have the thing where I only need 5 feet of
Hmm.
movement to make my long jump.
Okay. Yeah. Go. Okay. So you can do that, but you will have to roll an acrobatics check. Yes.
All right, I'm gonna get
Make sure
that
you just-
distance.
You just barely succeed. So you do stumble a little bit because actually making that acceleration is difficult with all the plants, but you are just able to keep yourself up.
All right, so I've covered about how much distance?
You
18
have
feet.
moved.
I can. My long jump was an extra 9 feet.
Yeah, so that would be 24 feet, which I will round up to 25
Sweet. All right.
because grades and all that stuff. Okay.
I think that's a pretty decent distance from him.
Yeah.
All right.
It's,
Well, that's my turn.
Okay. I'm back on.
Is it far enough away that they can get their magic back, or is?
Nope. Turns out,
Okay.
take it farther away actually takes the magic with it.
No, you're still within range. Remember, it's about a 50-foot radius. The
right,
magic
that's
sphere.
So they're on the edge though. So
No, right now where Nor is, he's still like around halfway between the two edges. He's closer to the edge than to the dead center. But remember, before this, at the start of this he was right next to the orb, so he was originally like in the epicenter of the sphere of the area. Now he's a little further away, but still very much in it. Mr. Club Lizardfolk sees this and tries to run after you. He is going to. Hold on, I'm looking at. Does jumping take an action? Sure.
I
Just take an action.
highly doubt it.
I think it's just movement.
Otherwise,
Yeah.
but otherwise
Maybe.
it just count as like extra movement. You'd just be a way to
yeah,
easily boost your movement. So I'm not sure.
True. In which case,
Wait, no. Wait, you can only jump. So it uses up your movement. It counts as the total movement that you can use.
oh, okay.
So
yeah, I think it'd be easier to run. So I ran.
So in this
And
case,
he
so
ran.
you can so you jump. You said you jump 9 feet. If you make it 10 feet, so I'd say you ran. Well, let's just say 10 feet.
So.
Yeah. Although that being said, that last jump helps cancel it out. So in your last, so you move 10 feet and then you jump, which moves you an extra 9, which helps mitigate the movement. So you move 20 feet.
Okay, I'll take it.
Mr. Lizardfolk runs up towards you, but unfortunately he isn't able to reach you. There's he doesn't have many long ranged options, except for one. He hiding behind his little shield. He pulls out a small looking javelin, and he's going to go ahead and chuck it at you. So, he's going to roll a 18, which hits.
Yep.
Considering it hits me, yeah.
Yeah. So, and he's going to deal 4 piercing damage.
Alright, I can take that.
Yeah. I figured you could. Alright. So he's still 10 feet away from you. And with that, it is on to Lowri now.
Yep. I'm gonna do crossbow again.
Mhm.
So that's that, and that'll be
Who are you aiming at?
the king again.
Lizard King?
Yep.
That is going to miss.
Oh. Again, that's all I can do.
Okay.
I get ready to see what I can do.
Yeah, it is Gadrin's turn now. So you're looking at this Lizard King dead in the eye.
And thus begins the dance of our blades.
Mm-hmm. And what a waltz it's going to be.
First is a 19.
First one hits. Have you?
Yeah,
you
I
have
already subtracted the 2 from it being non-magical.
Yeah. I should be able to tell because it's not double digits anymore. Okay, so that hits. Roll for damage.
Yep. and I am subtracting the 2 from the damage as is established. So yeah, so like the first thing after I deflected his trident, it's kind of like a feint, not a skillful feint, but a feint nonetheless to to kind of get him on the armor.
Okay, that's your first attack. You got another one though.
Yep, I've got plenty more where that came from. That's a 27. I'm pretty sure
it hits. It hits.
And this one,
Highest an AC can go is 30, I think.
which would happen to be the Tarrasque.
Which this guy's most certainly not.
One to the other side.
Okay.
And then a total 20.
Yep, that still hits.
And this one is going to use my last octahedron of dominance to make it a goading attack.
All right.
For 14 slashing. Like basically it was left, right, and then center.
Okay. Okay.
It's a DC.
Yeah.
Yeah, the DC
Okay.
is
And the DC save, it is a... What's the DC?
Gonna say... Hang on, I'm gonna double check, because I remember saying it was 15 in the past, but I'm not sure if that's the case.
I'm back. What have I missed?
Gadron's just in the middle of doing his little thing. What did you say?
I did an attack and it went nowhere.
What did the DC say it was?
I'm
What did you say the DC was?
I haven't found it yet.
Ah.
Okay.
Should be the same as the
8
others.
plus proficiency bonus plus modifier. So 16 is the modifier currently. Yeah, 16 is the DC.
16. So it is go ahead and roll, and that one that's the table. He is going to fail that. So he sees you, and he's kind of engrossed in that display, and he's just like, "This will be fun." And he's now got his eyes focused entirely on you.
All right.
And he is going to attempt to respond in kind. So he puts his trident behind his back, and instead he's just going to go ahead and try and bite you. And he rolls a natural 1. Allow me to just very quickly go ahead and see if I can find
8100.
Right. There it is, the critical fail success charts. That's what I was looking for. So he rolls. Okay, so rolling a 3-100 now. Let's see, 1. So he is going. Okay, so on his next attack, he's going to have disadvantage. Well, doesn't that come in handy? Because he's got 2 more. So he and he bites down so hard and misses that it kind of adds a bit of a ring into his ear. Because he was so confident in hitting that, but you dodge out the way. And so he tries to get you with his claws, but still somewhat dazed. He is going to roll a... he's only, unfortunately for him, he's only going to roll a 7, which most definitely hits. But he's still got 1 more attack. Claws, he tries to swipe at you, and he rolls a 20.
Ah, he hits. Finally.
Okay, that last. Okay, where's my D4? Oh, sorry, just hold on a sec.
His dice are staging a communist revolution.
Yeah, Tanner, like dice just like growing tiny little limbs and like starting a revolution is adorable.
Imagine how many Matt would have to deal with if that happened to him.
Oh my god, he would not
Hey.
survive.
I take care of my dice. They would not rise against me.
Yeah, imagine
Besides,
someone else got their hands on them though.
Besides, I still got my dice prison if I need it.
You deal out punishment as you see fit.
Mm-hmm.
The question is whether they view said punishment.
Sorry about that. My dog interrupted me.
You're fine.
No worries.
Okay, so with that last little claw attack, he is going to deal 6 slashing damage.
Aha. He's taken me to almost half health. After one of his mates took me to a little bit less than that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and this guy's the king. Shame on him. Okay. With that done, we're back to Mr. Bloody Mouth, who's also going to try and runs towards Nor. But he forgot his javelin, so he is not going to be able to reach you in time. Kai,
Right.
back to you.
Alright, the thing is still up, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm working on it.
Can I see if I can see it this round?
What did you say?
Can I check if can I make a check to see if I can see it this round?
Yeah, sure. Roll on a perception check.
Dude.
No, now there's just too much of a kerfuffle.
Right,
Right
yeah,
now,
okay, so...
with Nor running straight back to you and the Lizardfolk after him, the clashing, and then the constantly having to dodge the Manticore's attacks.
How's our favourite fellow, the Bloodmouth doing?
He's currently he's looking pretty weak, but is still very hungry for the changeling flesh.
If his mouth's open, can I try and aim an arrow into it?
Okay.
Give him the delicacy of death.
Okay,
20.
20.
Yep, roll for damage.
Okay,
9. Oh, yeah.
That probably goes into his mouth.
Yeah, that just straight up gives him a brand new tongue piercing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you can
And no
hear him
one
just
has
going. Yeah, he's looking very bad right now. He's looking quite dangerous.
That's the end of my turn.
No. Yep. So that is going to go straight onto the Manticore, who is, this time he sees his master is being attacked by a large thing, and he decides to shift his attention, very quickly. And he's going to make all 3 of his spine attacks to Gadron.
Oh boy. This seems a
The first one is going to be a 9. Second is a natural 1. Let me roll that quick D100.
It's correct.
You take an attack of opportunity from eligible enemy's ranged weapon within range. So if anyone has a ranged weapon,
George,
you can go ahead and take it right now.
Oh, okay.
And this goes so for all enemies available within range. So that is Kai, Lowri, and possibly Nor.
Yeah, I'll take an opportunity attack. Why not? Should I?
Wait, hold on.
Oh.
I gotta take a shot at him.
Yes, you do. No sneak attack. You don't get sneak attack.
I know, but just the fact that I'm like in a completely different fight of my own, and it's just something like, you know what? I'm gonna shoot at the Manicore real quick.
I mean, you can choose not to.
Take a pot shot.
You know what? Hearing all the commotion.
Okay, actually, depending on how you roll, I know how to phrase this. Okay, so you missed the Manticore, and you're aiming for the Bloody Mouth Lizardfolk, but you miss and hit the Manticore instead. And you just kind of shrug and go, I mean, that works. Kai, was that your attack roll? No, it wasn't.
That wasn't mine, no.
Okay, no. You guys can roll. Okay, so Nor, you can roll for damage quickly.
All right, that's gonna be.
Remember,
6
no sneak attack.
Yep. And
don't
it's
have-
only a +3 because the magic ain't here.
Exactly.
What you gonna do when the magic is gone?
Very little,
Okay.
apparently.
Yeah.
I don't
Jack
know,
shit.
It feels about the same for me.
Yeah, true.
But yeah,
Feelings
you
wise,
and Gadron are kind of sorted.
yeah. You're just not being hasty to just run around like blenders on legs.
Yeah.
Okay, so Kai and Lowry, I'm going to assume.
Yeah, well,
You
I'm
would take
gonna take my attack as well.
All right.
Yeah.
8. Okay.
Unfortunately, you
Alright,
miss because you're trying to aim sort of for the tail, but because it's still swinging around, you just go
Yeah.
through. Lowry, you hit it in the leg.
Hey, that's my first
wait,
piece of
actually, let me
damage.
I forgot to actually see what its actual AC is because I haven't actually got. Yeah, no, you do hit it. You do hit it. Yeah, just about.
That's 8 damage.
Okay. Yep.
Okay.
I like to
Yep,
think that
it's,
basically what happened was, when the Gadron dodged the first spike and the second spike, it like whirled around and then slammed its tail into the ground by accident, breaking the spike off in the process.
Mm.
And
Yeah, it got its tail a little bit stuck on the ground when you guys all noticed that and thought, "Oh, sweet."
Yep.
Unfortunately, it rips it out and hits one more and throws one more spike at you, Gadron, and this time it's going to roll a 19.
Ooh, it hits.
Yep. So that is going to be. That's going to be 10 piercing damage.
Ooh, down to 20.
Okay. And that's its turn done. Who is next? It is Nor.
All right. Gonna go back to what I was doing. I'm gonna disengage and try and stab the orb, disengage, and continue about my business over there. Running and long jump.
Okay. Yep. Go ahead and try and hit the orb.
Is that 10
That
with the
is just about enough.
orb? All right.
So this tiny little orb has an armor class of 10.
Yeah.
It is magic.
It's a pretty hard orb, man. It's like obsidian.
All right. Ah!
It's clearly not obsidian because this non-magical dagger is able to do damage to it.
Very little, but damage nonetheless.
Yeah, I mean, it's like a tiny chip. That's why it's not very much.
Yeah, I'm trying to wedge it into that chip again. Just. All right.
And now he needs to make a dex check to see an acrobatics check
To see if he successfully makes this little jump.
All right, then.
Assume it's good. Oh,
I nailed it.
Flawless.
I feel like this is a one fluid motion. I roll to dodge, stab, and then kind of spring jump.
Yeah, so you jump and just fire a crossbow bolt, and just there's a little dink, and then you immediately roll into position, and you can actually hear some of the hostages like cheer for you at that performance. Because from finding in mind that there are still hostages in this situation.
Oh yeah, there are hostages.
Yep. Also, so I'm another 20 feet away, right?
Yep, you are.
Okay, I've gotten 40 feet. Is it out of range yet for our magic users?
For the magic user, what do you mean by that?
He was right. Like he was
said I had like
trying
a zone of. Yeah, I've been running this away from them. So
you are to get out of the magic zone. You are still just about within it. The end is 10 feet away.
Ooh,
okay,
almost there.
Almost got him out.
All right.
Don't worry, guys.
I had a line I wanted to say about the hostages, but I decided it was too mean.
No, go ahead, let it out.
What I was going to say was, I think you mean acceptable casualties.
Okay.
I don't like the direction you're taking, Kai.
More bloodthirsty and edgy than the rogue.
This is
an out of character comment, not in character.
I should hope so, because even then, I'd probably just chalk it up to rebellious teenager hormones.
Yeah.
Imagine the rush he's gonna get with
And
this anti-magic
how far can I take like teenage hormones? How many war crimes can we justify?
I've known teenagers during my time. You'd be surprised what they'd be willing to go through.
All the war crimes in the world have actually been committed by teenagers.
War crime talk out.
Yeah. So anyway, flawless landing. And with that done, it is with the club's turn. So he's going to go ahead and run towards you. Chuck another javelin towards you. He's going to miss entirely.
Yeah, like depending on how deep, depending on how deep Nor is into this foliage. But I like to imagine like he reared up to throw it and then accidentally jabbed it in a tree instead.
Yeah, he just uproots a plant. Lowri, back to you.
Okay. Again, same thing. It's gonna hit eventually.
Okay, you're aiming for
King.
Who? King. Okay.
The Lizard King.
Oh, that's gotta hit.
It does.
Ah! Thank you. That's 18. That does not count.
Yeah, no, that was a little suspicious there.
Yeah.
Once it hits, it kills you instantly.
Nah, it still survived.
Oh, that's a pretty solid roll,
Yeah, 11. Yep, that's pretty good. He's now down to about half now. I shouldn't be telling you how much health they have, but I'm feeling generous.
though. Well, he just looks injured.
Yeah, yeah, like on a scale of 1 to 100, he's about a 50.
If we were to create a scale, a standardized scale to measure how close he was to death, he would be about halfway down.
Yeah, and he gets that little pulse, and he's just like, but he keeps looking to Gadget and thinks like he doesn't care what kind of underhanded tactics he's doing. He wants this fight, but it's not his turn yet. It is Gadget's turn.
In fact, his opponent's turn.
Yeah. In fact, that's it. Kind of gives a momentary distraction for you to see a quick opening and hit him, and you do hit him.
All right. Yeah, that's the first one done.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
That
pretty sure
definitely hits him. You didn't even add the proper modifier and you still hit. You did +5 to hit by accident instead of +8.
Oh, whoops.
Anyway.
Yeah.
It doesn't count. It's the same. You still rolled enough.
And still one more.
Mm-hmm.
That's
That still hits.
Yep.
Damn.
Ooh, nice.
Ooh, that does quite the number on him.
Yeah, I like to imagine that Gadget had, upon seeing the arrow land on his shoulder, kind of did like a 360, hitting him with all three swords in the process.
Just doing like a full-on Link spin attack.
Spin!
Spin! Okay, that's going to be King's turn as this little
Wait, before that, I'd like to use a bonus action to enact my second win.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
That does come back at short rests. You're right.
Giving me back 8 HP.
Okay. So, Lizardfolk once again.
Actually, wait, you go. Sorry.
Okay. Mr. Lizard King sees that and sees you looking quite motivated.
Yeah.
And he's going to go ahead and try and bite you. Unfortunately, he's only going to roll a 9, which misses, and then he's going to grab his trident and try and hit you with it. Still misses. He's just getting you in the armor instead of actually hitting you because he's bleeding out at this point. It's hard for him to focus. His vision starts to look very faded. Mr. Bloody Mouth is once again still going to try and just slowly crawl his way to Nor at this point, but it's getting difficult. You can see he is basically spitting blood.
He has a one-track mind, doesn't he?
He's not exactly he's not the how can I put this?
The sharpest tool.
He's not the yeah, no.
He's not the shiniest.
He's not the shiniest scale on his body, shall we say. Not the shiniest scale in the snake skin. So he's just going to again run towards you. Still can't hit him.
He then utters
Kai.
He then utters one coherent common word.
And you can't even. No, it's in Draconic. You still can't tell what he said.
So anti-magic field not down yet.
Nope.
I'm working
Guess I'll do another crossbow attack. I might as well. Tradition at this point. Can I see it?
Yeah, go ahead, roll. Not a perception check.
It's getting lower every time.
Oh my god.
You're seeing this incredibly bloody lizardfolk slowly making its way to you, and you're kind of distracted by just how horrifying it looks.
My last 3 perception rolls have been 3, 2, and 1.
Blast off. That's the thing. It's a countdown to the blast off, the explosion, because the orb will finally be far enough away.
Okay. Anyway, yeah. I guess I'll. Wait. Did you say that the bloody guy is crawling towards me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
I thought he was going towards Nor.
Yeah.
He's crawling towards Nor, but remember, Nor is going towards you guys. So by proxy, he is.
I thought he's going the other way.
I've been running away with it.
Oh no, sorry, you've been running towards the direction of Mads. Okay. No, I got mixed up actually. Sorry about that. So
okay, so I'll just. I guess I'm looking at his back then. I'll just.
Yes.
After that.
Yes. Okay, that's my mistake. I got mixed up.
I was wondering about that.
That is going to miss. It flies right past him, and he doesn't notice. He's still single-mindedly thinking of.
I realize I haven't been moving.
Yeah, you kind of just been sitting there going pew pew pew.
Yeah.
So are you gonna move?
I've been playing a sniper. I'm wondering if there's any is there anywhere safer than where I currently am?
Maybe I suppose you can technically move around.
Yeah, but I was thinking if I move behind something foliage, I know I wouldn't be stealthing, but could I maybe get behind half cover or something like that?
Yeah, there is a little tree that's helping provide some shade that's about 10 feet to your right.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just go run to behind that. Yeah. Does that count as half cover?
It's pretty thin, so I'll say yes, half cover.
Okay, yeah.
If it was pretty big, I'd count it as full cover, but...
Yeah. Okay, yeah, that's fair enough.
Yeah. It has to be thickness, and then angles as well. I've been playing a bit of Mario vs. Rabbids recently.
I see.
The fact that game exists is still so
The fact that it's good is weird. That's the real mystery.
What do you mean? What do you mean, mystery? Never mind.
I mean, you're the guy who's a big fan of Metopia, so...
What
are you implying, good sir?
Let's not start an unrelated conversation.
No. We'll talk about this after the session.
Anyway,
yes. So, yeah. Anyway, D&D. So you're hidden now, Kai. So Manticore is It's seeing Nor walking by, and it's now Nor has actually run pretty close to it at this point. So it's going to use its flying speed to run straight up to Nor. And it's going to attack. So first it's going to try and bite him. And it rolls a 24.
I think that hits. Just barely, though.
And he's going to... Well, it only does 4 piercing damage.
I'm just slowly getting killed by piercing damage.
You're
Increments of
getting
4.
eaten. You're being eaten.
I really
You're
am. And at this
exclusively
point,
getting eaten.
I think there's probably like noticeable chunks missing because I'm down below half strictly from bite.
Yeah, you do notice that there is a bit of a a few gaping open wounds in your arms now. And he's also going to try and hit you twice with his claws. That's going to be 18.
That beats.
And the last one is going to be a 13.
Okay, that one misses.
Okay, I forgot to roll damage for the previous one. That's going to be 6 slashing.
I'm going to use my reaction to half it.
Okay. So 3. So it'll be 3. Okay, so yeah, it kind of went nuts on you.
Yeah, just a little bit.
It sees what Nora's trying to do, and it's just like, nah, I'm
Also,
out.
well, no, more so that it saw Nor going close, and it's just like, ooh, free meal.
Something new.
And you can see that the bloody Lizardfolk mouth is barking something. You can't tell what it says, but you imagine it's something along the lines of, "Hey, I saw it first."
I wonder if one of them rolls a natural 1, did they hit the other?
That is a possibility.
And then we get Dizzy, who comes out the top, the almost dead Lizardfolk.
So yeah, Nor, you've just been eaten by a manticore. What are you gonna do?
Alright, well, you know what? This doesn't really change my end goal here. We're just gonna rinse and repeat.
Disengage, run around.
Disengage, stab, and running long jump.
So you attack and steal the orb.
Yep.
5 damage. It's still standing.
Alright, well, I'm doing my run and jump.
Okay. You are out of the magic zone.
I've managed to get the magic away.
I love how it hasn't occurred to you to toss this to Quadruin.
Natural 20, I landed.
Just, you know what? Just because you got a natural 20, I'm going to say you get an extra 5 feet.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like a slow motion, graceful flip.
Do 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 do. Okay.
Is it enough that I can kind of wedge the dagger in now, or is it still just like slowly chipping away at like ice?
Wait, hold on. Are you carrying the orb with you at this point, or is it still on the floor?
No, I've been carrying it.
Oh! So the magical sphere has actually been going along with you?
Yeah, no, I've been carrying it away from the rest of
Oh, I misunderstood that. That kind of changes things a little bit. So, you're about... So from the campfire, you moved about 60 feet away.
65 feet.
So anyone near the campfire
It's clean.
Yeah, is all their magic available?
Oh, that includes the hostages, right?
Yeah, but their hands are tied and gagged, just in case.
Okay,
They took precautions.
Okay.
You guys, on the other hand.
We are.
Yeah.
Although that being said, it's not your turn.
Yeah, we also can't cast into the anti-magic field.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyone
So
who's
the
over with
so
Nor
the
can't
Lizardfolk with
really.
the club is still so the Lizardfolk with the club, the Manticore, and the Bloody Mouth Lizardfolk are all in the magic sphere. The king, however, is exposed now.
Alright.
That being said, it's still Club Guy's turn, so he's going to go ahead and throw another javelin at Nor, trying to grab the orb. And he is going to roll a 9. He misses.
This is just not their day.
Yeah, just
they're just getting farther and farther behind too. That's the best part.
Yeah, they're going further away, leaving the king completely exposed to basically anything. Lowri, will go.
Your magic is back.
Yeah,
It's magic time, bro.
Yeah. To be fair, I realized your magic actually came back a couple of turns ago, but it wouldn't have mattered as it went into the sphere. But now as the king's available, there's nothing stopping you.
I'm gonna. Nobody dealt with the one that was like bleeding out and crawling
No, that guy's still in the circle. He's still like
Yeah.
he is like he's like snapping at Nor's heels quite literally, because that's basically all it can do at this point.
Okay, but a bit of too far away for me to help, though. For me to,
What's your crossbow's range?
I don't know, but to be honest, I wanted to have a cool thing where I stomped on him.
Oh, okay.
My range is 80 to 320, but I think I won't bother with that. I'll just go for the Lizard King's still alive, right?
He's right in front of me. Yeah.
Yeah, he's right in front of
Okay.
Gadrum in the middle of the circle, now exposed to magic.
I am gonna cast Acid Arrow. This is becoming my thing. Acid Arrow is now my go-to spell.
Yeah, that is your chaos bolt.
Yeah, apparently so.
Maybe not quite to the same extent.
Hmm.
Yeah, because Acid Arrow is more of a DOT sort of thing.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That hits.
Okay, that's 44.
Okay.
Yeah, like you could replace like a picture of Kai with like Chaos Bolt and people would understand.
How do you want to do this?
And then
Ooh.
oh, nice. Okay. So, I basically put two small rings on my finger, and between them a green kind of line appears, a little kind of magical line, which almost acts as a sort of slingshot between my two fingers.
Mhm.
So holding it up, I pull out a small little metal sphere out of one of my satchels, and you guys, I'm sorry, I'm mimicking this. You guys can't see this, and using this magic string between my two fingers as a little slingshot, I pull back and release, and it fires a lot faster than you'd expect from kind of seems to be a slingshot. And just kind of, kind of flies towards them, and bursts in midair, kind of spitting at it in a relatively large number of directions.
Yeah.
Though obviously avoiding everybody who I don't want to kill. And melting him.
Yeah. So it hits the king right in the eye, and as he clasps his hands and puts it down, as he sees his hand actually melting slowly, he looks up towards Gadron, looks towards you, Lowri, as he realizes where it came from, looks down towards the campfire and realizes the orb is gone, looks towards Nor, who is still running off with said orb, and reaches out his hand in desperation before just slumping to the ground. That's one down. 3 to go.
Yeah,
More like 2.5.
Gadget
With Nor.
Hey, he's still fully capable of all actions, no matter how much he's going.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. Gadget looks at Lowri. Yeah, Gadget looks at Lowri. Harry, nods, still smiling, and then switches his focus to the manticore and starts the process of running towards it.
I'll probably give a smile back.
Okay. So, at this point, the manticore is 40 feet away from you, Gadron.
So 15 feet. Yeah, so since I don't have anybody I'm actively fighting, I'm gonna dash toward it.
Okay, so you managed to make 30 feet towards it. You still haven't quite reached it, and unfortunately, it is not as troubled by difficult terrain.
Yeah, well, what Gadron's about to do
I will say, you have reached the Lizardfolk with the club, who was chucking javelins.
Ah. Yeah, so Gadget just sort of, he's focused on the manticore, but on the way just notices this guy and takes a swing.
Yeah, just...
Wait, I'm dashing. That takes my action. I don't have action surge.
That's true. So, you actually just get hit by an opportunity attack. Because you're so one focus that you don't notice. Unless you're cancelling the dash.
I'm not cancelling the dash. Gadron is focused on the manticore. He doesn't care about
okay, so the Lizardfolk gets an attack of opportunity on you. That's what I'm saying. So, and it's going to roll an 18.
It hits.
So it sees you, and it notices you run towards you, and then a little sly smile goes across his face, and it just kind of winds up its club like a baseball bat, like doing like a Babe Ruth home run sort of thing. I'm surprised I even know who Babe Ruth is, but anyway. And he is going to hit you for max damage, 8 bludgeoning damage, just BAF!
Well, there.
Right in the head.
8 whole damage.
Oh, there goes my second wind.
Yeah, that's one way. But yeah, so you get. So you is
Knock
like
the second wind out of you.
you still just steamroll right after him. You at one point you kind of start holding your head and you're just like, what happened? Like, did I hit a branch?
I like to imagine, even though he's made a solid hit, he wasn't able to follow through, and it just ricocheted back, and he almost lost his grip on the club.
Yeah, like he aims one way, and then because of your momentum, large size, it like bounces off like a pinball, and he just starts spinning in the opposite direction. You hear like. Okay, Mr. Bloody Mouth still really wants to, like, he's had a couple tastes of that changeling flesh and he wants more. But because he still has slow movement, he's still not able to quite catch up to you. So he's moved like 30, so now he's moved 45 feet, whereas Nora's moved like 60 total. So he's still going like. So he's moved to. So that's going to be up to. So he's had how many turns he had to move now? That's been second one, I think. This is. I say he's moved to like 60 now. So he might have just about caught. Wait, no, that doesn't mathematically make any sense. No, he's he's another 50 or so feet away from you. No, wait, because he's moved 15, then 30, then 40. Yeah, now he's moved 45. So he's got one more turn before he reaches you, Nor, unless you keep moving away again.
Yeah.
Guy.
Okay.
All these guys are still in the anti-magic zone, unfortunately.
Yeah. How far away are they?
The club as a folk is about 65 feet.
Okay.
And he's the closest one. Everyone else is a bit further away. They're all within 100 feet, though. Because because it's about a 100 feet wide circle.
Okay. Yeah. I think what I'll do is I'll just run like probably 10 feet closer, much as I can in the difficult terrain, and then I'll just pull out my crossbow and loose another arrow or another bolt at that guy, the clubber.
Okay. Roll for attack.
9.
Unfortunately, you're misjudging because he just kind of spins out the way because he's still just going.
Yeah.
So he's just kind of.
One thing I realized is that I have I don't know if I'm keeping track of ammo for this, but I don't have much.
Okay. So that's Kai who goes after Kai.
I'll be honest, George, I'm surprised you didn't haste yourself in Lowri.
I could, but I don't want to use spells yet because if we do have to end up inside the magic field, they're all wasted. So.
I see.
Would they get undone?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't want to use spells yet.
There, Tom, I moved the list closer to the bottom for you.
Okay, thanks for that. That makes things easier for me. So that's Guy. So it's onto the Manticore who still wants
a bite.
Yes. Who'd have thought changeling would be so tasty? So it's still gonna go ahead and do its usual nom nom time. It's going to roll a 19, which hits.
Yeah, that hits.
And that's going to do 6 piercing damage.
Alright, I'm gonna use my reaction to half that.
Okay, so it's down to 3. Okay, so he's going to hit with 2 claw attacks. That's going to be a 22. This is not your day. That's going to do 8 slashing damage.
And
You've
I'm
already
down.
used your reaction. You're down?
Yep.
Oh,
It still gets one more attack.
Yep. No amount of any combination there of
because
reactions would have helped.
you are down, so he gets advantage
Yeah.
on this little attack, and yeah, that last sec is going to hit you. So
That's a failure.
yeah, that's an also fail.
Hold on. I have a question, Tom, in case things get very bad.
Yes.
Do my sorcerer abilities, which aren't spells, like the kind of turning the tides of chance ones, the wild magic ones, do those work in the anti-magic field?
I mean, given how it's powered by your own magical enemies, I'm going to say no.
Okay. Sorry, Matt, can't help you.
And what's going to
Hey,
affect
can I
Matt
try and
definitely.
fall on the orb to try and do damage to it? As like one last attempt, just try and fall on it.
A sharp object could barely chip it. What makes you think you can do damage?
I don't know. I was told it was fragile, so. Which,
Hey,
by the way,
was
I'm
wrong.
beginning to doubt that
I
it
said
was
it
fragile.
looks. I said it looks fragile.
Oh, you said it looks fragile, but we were told it's fragile.
Yes, I know. You were told it looks fragile from your perspectives. You're the ones who should have rolled higher on your goddamn perception checks.
So,
Oh, no.
can I try and fall on it to try and deal more to it?
You can sort of aim yourself with an acrobatics check, but because you're literally losing consciousness, I'm going to say you have disadvantage.
Yeah,
I will take it.
This all could have
12.
this all could have been avoided if you just threw that to Quadruin.
Yeah, well, to be fair, the location of where we are and the fact that I have -1 strength, and you couldn't even see the orb when it was like in the clearing, I don't know how well that would have gone.
You would have thrown it to me. Like, you pick it up, you throw it to me, and then I break it, like with the Hydra.
Well, again, -1 strength. Nor has the throwing arm of a pool noodle. Like,
Hey, it's not that bad.
That's an amazing description.
It's not like your strength is 5.
yeah, it's 9.
Yeah, that's
Not all that bad.
it's slightly below average. Okay, that's not pool noodle.
Oh my god.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure that child NPCs at least have like a 0, so I'm pretty sure a kid could beat up Nor.
They can arm wrestle
I
him,
don't think so,
certainly.
actually. I don't think.
Alright,
I think they have less.
But I got a 12 on my fall check. Is that enough?
It does 1 damage.
Yes.
Nice.
There is like a little bit of a bounce. Anyway, so yeah, it is your turn as you die. So go ahead and make your death saving throw.
All right.
He
You
lives.
got that success.
Okay, so you got 1 success and 1 fail.
You can't see. Looks fragile.
Looks fragile.
Looks not fragile.
Yeah, you pretty got my DMing style down pat. Mr. Lizardfolk with a club is just gonna try and shake off this thing, and is gonna run towards Gadget and try and hit you again.
Does it now?
And he's going to roll a. Okay, so he's going to hit you with his club, and he's going to roll an 18.
Ah, just barely.
And he's going to roll 4 bludgeoning damage.
Ah, we're
Then
getting
he's
in the
gonna hit you
teens
with the
here,
spike.
folks.
Yep, and then he's going to try and hit you with the spike shield, but this is one you block. As you notice the club hit you again, you're just like, oh, that's what it was!
Oh, right, you're here.
Yep. Thank you for adding like those emotes.
That's a failed save and a success.
I know, I got that. That's actually really clever. Okay, Lowri, on to you.
Okay. I think having I imagine I'll have seen or heard something from Nor as he started
You do see
not
him just
having
drop.
a good time.
You do notice him drop.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
you can just about see there's Gadrum just got clubbed in the head. The Manticore is having its way, and Mr. Bloodymouth is still trying to make his way towards a now much easier prey.
I'm gonna run towards Nor. He's quite a distance, isn't he? Because
Yes, because difficult terrain.
60
He's
meters.
he's just about 100 feet away now. So
Okay,
that's
I'll
gonna-
run as
My running
far
was
as
too good.
I'll run as far as I can, which is 30 feet.
Okay, that's the dash action.
Yeah, and then oh, is that a dash action?
Because
'cause
difficult terrain.
That halves the movement.
Oh,
That's why I've been having to
okay,
slog.
I'll do. Oh right, I'll do 15, and then light crossbow at the little man slowly making its way towards.
All right.
I cannot run away from the pain.
Yep. I'm sorry, the Manticore is faster and is not troubled.
If I run 15 feet towards it, am I in its zone again?
No. The
radius is,
no,
50 feet.
is
Ooh.
yeah, it's 50 foot radius. That most definitely hits. Roll for damage.
That's promising.
So that was to Mr. Bloodymouth, right?
The one that was coming up towards North, so yeah.
How do you want to do this?
Double kill.
So I take aim, fire it, and it is just an instant, like, you don't see because now, so okay, wait, I'll start again. So now I'm outside of the range of this magic dampening field. The crossbow's at its like full potential. So I take aim and I
As
fire,
far
and
as
you don't even
accuracy
see it.
It's just it's as big as far as accuracy is able to go. Once the arrow enters the range, it loses magical and just does the damage of a regular crossbow bolt,
Okay.
which is still enough to kill.
Yeah.
He only had 3 HP left.
So you don't actually see it travel. You see it leave the crossbow, and then you see his head just explode. And the kind of the floppy remains of whatever's left, probably from the force, maybe kind of
You do see a few bits.
fly over to the side of
You
it.
see a little bit of grey matter just kind of splatter over the plants.
Yeah, I don't know if any of you have seen Invincible, but the scene where Omega Man is holding the green woman and she's just flapping against the water, like that kind of.
not seen that.
Okay, well, they just
I'm aware of the meme.
the remains of their bodies like is thrown like a very kind of lightweight material. I guess I'm not great at describing this.
He ragdolls away.
Yeah, he ragdolls away. George has just committed a sin.
Oh god, what's
You don't need to expose everyone here to this.
I do.
I am going to refuse to
I
take
don't-
that.
No.
That's going to be
Why?
that's going to be excised from the
Ew.
video,
There
good
is-
sir.
There is context. Someone said that their profile picture was pogging, so I decided to make mine do the same thing.
Wait,
That's
who
not
is that
how
in your,
pogging
in your
works.
profile picture, by the way?
What?
Who is that in your profile picture?
That's Kai.
Oh yeah, you never posted the full.
Oh,
Wait,
yeah,
hold on,
that's
that's
the full picture.
Yeah, I
I
got
must
finished a
look
bit
at the
late.
D&D memes. Why is Kai pogging?
I mean, you just saw that Lowri just do a huge ton of damage, and it's just
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, Gatrin, up to you now.
Yeah, got. How close am I to the Manticore at this point?
Let's see. Nor managed to move about 60 feet. You're another 30 feet away now.
Yeah, noting that in this mug he's probably not gonna get there. Gatrin kind of turns his attention to the guy who's clocked him twice and is just like, all right, buddy. 15. Does that hit?
Just barely.
All right. And another one.
Oh, by the way, Matt, if you could remove Mr. Bloodymouth from the turn order.
Oh, yes. My bad.
That
Second attack does not hit, unfortunately.
my first miss this fight. That hits.
Yep.
And that's basically whack with whack.
Yeah, just hit him with the pommel. Yeah, that still does a decent amount to him. He wasn't he was kind of surprised by you turning around and just suddenly bopping him. Kai, on to you now.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So is everyone now still inside the magic field?
Everyone that is available, yes.
Yeah, because everyone outside it is dead.
So far available. So right now we've got the available. There's Kai, and who's still being watched by the Manticore. Nor. Sorry, Nor is still being looked at by the Manticore. Lizardfolk, who's just being smacked around by Gadgeon, and Lowri, who's at least somewhat close to you.
Okay. Yeah. So I think I'll just trying to get the Manticore off Nor. I will first cast Mage Armor on myself. Let's see if
That counts as an
any.
action, I think.
Yeah, but I'm not doing anything else that counts an action. I'm just gonna shout, try and get its attention.
Okay, that'll count as you. I'll allow that as a bonus action.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I'm going to So I cast Mage Armor on myself and just shout over to the Manticore, just, "Oi, over here!"
roll me a persuasion check.
Okay. I will calmly persuade the Manticore to fight me.
Gadget would be proud.
So, I would like to kindly engage in fisticuffs.
13.
13. Let's see. He notices you and thinks. He looks down at Nor for a second, looks at you, and then it just starts to think, yeah, that meal can wait. There's another one that's made of even fresher meat. And he sees you and he thinks that you're not going to be too much of a challenge once it flies over you.
Oh. Oh.
Okay.
It's its turn now, isn't it?
It's its turn. It's going to start. It's going to fling it's going to fling 3 spines right at you.
Okay.
First one.
Might just preemptively cast shield. Although I did have
well, the first one is a. Hold on a sec. I got to do something.
I don't have enough D6s for this.
No. It's not the D6 I need.
It's the D.
It's a D12.
It rolled. Okay, so it rolled a natural 1 and it rolled 35 on the chart. So it takes another attack of opportunity from eligible enemies, ranged weapons within range.
Okay, I mean, I still probably have my crossbow out. I can't imagine I put it away to do the 100 gesture I need to cast Mage Armor.
No.
So, yeah. I will now, so I will gladly take that and shoot it again.
Alright. Pretty much everyone can.
Sadly.
That's unfortunately going to miss.
Yeah.
Lowri, would you like to take your opportunity?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll just use the crossbow.
And Nor, would you? Oh, right.
Yeah. But you know what? I went down doing what I thought would help.
Isn't that all I need?
Yeah, I just the whole time it's like, man, why is this thing not breaking? It was supposed to be fragile.
First is to hit.
So second one it doesn't need hit, so it's able to deal 10 damage to it. You managed to get Manticore still unfortunately has 2 more attempts to hit you. And this one is going to be An 18.
I can't shield.
Yeah. Boonk. And it kind of growls at you and tries again. And this time it's going to roll a 24.
That hits despite the shield.
Yeah, it manages to just about go through one of the little corners, and in a way that's sort of the way you can click through some corners in video games. It manages to find a weakness there, and and deals a 11 piercing damage.
Ooh, okay, so yeah, that just goes right into me, and I kind of just heal over a bit and just start coughing.
Yeah, but you're still standing.
Yeah, I'm still standing.
It sees its opportunity. It is still able to use its movement and flies right back towards the campsite and is got its eyes fiercely fixed on you.
Does he pass by Gadrin?
It is flying, so you would not be able to hit it. Yes, it flies over and then lands in the campsite.
Rats foiled again.
In the campsite.
So
make another death saving throw for me, please.
The concern is that I haven't actually rolled a natural 1 this game.
That is a fail.
Alright. I'm updating my count here.
Am I gonna have to do the kiss of life on you?
Yeah, it sucks. I have nothing to help.
Yeah, unfortunately, he's right in the dead center of a
person.
magical. He's right in the dead center of a magical
Dead zone.
It's gonna be a dead zone in a second.
Hey, you're gonna see Garlic Jr. Anyway, so that's unfortunately a fail.
It's up to Lowri now.
So the thing's by me now, right?
It's still Manticore is still a little distance away.
Okay.
Is he out? Is it out of the magic field though?
Yes.
Okay, this fucker's getting fireballed out of the sky.
You have hostages to deal with. And you're in the middle of a forest. Yourselves will be in very much danger.
We'll set fire to the forest and then just leave. We have a boat.
One of your friends is unconscious and on the other side of the camp.
All right.
And you realize this forest fire could spread to my wooden boat, which is our only ticket.
No, your boat's out of range because it's on the beach.
I mean, it's
like away from the actual
there's
trees.
water around.
Everyone else here, though, is in very much danger if there is fire. And the Manticore could just fly away from that.
Oh gosh.
Okay, so Mr. Club Lizardfolk is after being bopped, he just kind of looks at you and then tries to hit you again with the club, and he's going to roll a 21.
Dang! Why isn't this guy the king?
It starts thinking that a little bit in its head as it does that. It goes, that's survived longer than Boss did. And it's going to deal 5 bludgeoning. And it's going to go ahead and hit you with a spiked shield, and it's going to roll a 19. That also hits. And it deals another 5 damage. You've done 10 piercing damage in total.
I have been taken to single-digit HP.
Oh, things got scary all of a sudden. Lowri.
Right.
The Manticore is in range.
I'm thinking I might prioritize healing. What are other people's thoughts on this?
Gadrin doesn't really have an opinion.
Keep in mind, if you're trying to heal Nor, it's not really going to work.
No, but I was thinking more Gadron.
Well, I'm also
Gadron's in range. Gadron's also in the
Oh, okay. I didn't realize that. I guess I'm gonna shoot again then.
Keep in mind, that being said, the Manticore is out of range.
Oh, isn't, but Gadron is. Oh, okay.
Gadron is, Manticore is not.
That makes things easier. Acid arrow time.
Nice.
That hits.
Okay, and then that is for next turn. Oh, that's like 3 damage.
Okay.
Damage
So
is
it
damage.
does. So it loses 12 right now.
And then on its turn, it takes another 3.
Okay, I'll just take it off right now.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay, it's looking pretty. It's looking pretty beat up, but it's not down yet. Gadron.
Yeah, this guy is once again up in my grill, and it is a grave offense that it thinks it can take me when Gadron realizes as its boss didn't put up as much of a fight.
Yeah. That hits.
Mm-hmm. For that.
Mm-hmm.
And we go again. I think that hits.
Gee, I wonder.
For that. One more time.
8 you don't have to. It's dead.
Oh. Yeah, like,
You just immediately just carve it up immediately.
yeah, like Gadget just frustrated with it and just
Yeah.
like
So now
whack
all that's
and
left-
lops its head off.
All that's left is the Manticore.
Like Gadron sees that the Manticore switched places, and is struck with the sudden thought of, wait, what happened to Nor? Yeah, and starts running towards where Nor was.
Okay.
Yeah, because
You just barely reach him because you are because you don't have your dash, but you are pretty close to him. So I'll say you reach him.
yeah,
Kai, Manticore's in range.
Okay. So, yeah. How hurt is the Manticore looking?
It's looking pretty bad. It's been pelted regularly by
Alright,
crossbows, especially from the
and
opportunity
is
attacks.
the second lizard dead, or is
Second
he alive?
Lizardfolk has just been chopped in half by Gadron.
yeah.
Ooh,
He
okay.
Gadron was tired of dealing with his shenanigans.
So, okay, this is risky because it could just end in it could end in it jumping and I'd have to like hit someone. But I'm going to use Chaos Bolt. And
Okay.
not only am I going to use Chaos Bolt, I'm going to upcast Chaos Bolt to level 3 while using my Tides of
Ooh.
Chaos to give myself advantage.
Oh wow, you want this thing dead.
Yeah. So yeah, okay.
Oh,
Nat 20. Okay, so that's going to be 4d8 plus. So normally 2d8 plus 1d6. So it's going to
48
be
plus
48
2d6.
plus. Oh wait, no. Normally it's because I upcast it. Normally it's 2d8 plus 3d6. It's going to be 48 plus 6d6.
Oh yeah, that was all the hit dice, doesn't it?
Yep.
Shit.
Okay. Okay. Hold on. Chaos Bolt,
okay.
IV. Okay, and then I am going to. I think it's 1 sorcery point to power it up. So
okay.
Empowered spell is 1 sorcery point, and I'm going to re-roll those 2 twos. In the hopes that it maybe won't leap.
Okay.
3 plus 3. Oh, well, actually, I can re-roll some of the bad rolls from the other one as well. So I'm going to re-roll the I'm going to also re-roll the 2, the 1, and 1 of the 3s from the other one.
You roll a 2, the 1, and 1 of the 3s. Okay.
Yeah.
3, 2,
hold on. This is
1.
This is hard. Give me 1 second.
Wild Mage.
Okay. Yes, it didn't leap. Perfect. Because it's a 4,
Okay,
6, an 8, and a
okay,
7. So nothing leaps.
Okay, I have a question. What type of damage?
Okay, so we can go thunder, psychic, force, or poison. I think I'm going to go with the kind of tried and tested, bringing fucking thunder down. So yeah, thunder
Okay, now
damage.
keep in mind, thunder and lightning are two different things.
Yeah, I know, but I associate them both with like the storm god.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're gonna go. So that's 53 points of thunder damage. Just kind of all of this magic he's been repressing. What?
So it would survive if it were at full health, but it only had 20 HP left at this point. You didn't even need to upscale.
Slight overkill, but I don't care.
But this is Kai we're talking about. I'm
Yeah.
expecting at this point. How the fuck do you want to do this?
So yeah, it's just he's been repressing all of this like magical energy this entire time. He's just going to let it all out of him. It's not coming out of his hands at this point. It's just coming out of his entire body. Just a pure bolt of thunderous energy just flies over at the Manticore, and just a thunderous crack sounds, just like louder than like basically deafening anyone in the in the vicinity for a few seconds, and then there is only Ash left.
Yeah. So the Manticore was like flying right towards you and was just about to reach, and right before that, it just explodes in a giant, enormous, terrifying noise, and right as the Manticore reaches you, it just disintegrates.
Yep.
Like, considering how much HP damage it did, that's not even going to be that's not going to be Ashlad. It's just completely atomized.
Yeah. Okay.
And with that, the battle is over. Manticore's turn is gone.
Gadget,
It's not safe.
Gadget, shouts out to Kai. And,
I'll say, actually, considering the fight, so there's part of me that wants to be mean, but part of me
I mean, if someone who's not in an anti-magic field like closely fails a death save, I can showcase one of my cool abilities, but let's not risk that.
Gadget sort of shouts over, "Hey, Lowri! Jameson needs help over here!"
I know, I'm sorry. Wait, I'll be there in a second.
Do I see the orb now?
Yes. Now you've walked up to him, you do see the orb.
Yeah, I pick it up and look at it and look at all the cracks in it. Yeah, and two options float through my head. Finishing what Norse started and destroying it with a weapon, or just chucking it out of the vicinity.
Just crush it with your bare fists.
Gadrin, like as Lowry's on her way over, Gadrin looks to her, just like, do you think I should try to destroy this thing, or should I just chuck it into the ocean?
You're in the middle of the island right now. The ocean is quite a ways away.
Right.
Yeah.
I'd try to destroy it. I mean, you don't want it accidentally disabling something important later on.
Gadrin looks up, acknowledges this law. He doesn't quite understand what the orb is, but but given what Lowry said, he's gonna trust her judgment on it and whacks it with his sword.
Roll to attack.
I'll start making my way over as this is happening.
Yeah. Okay, roll for damage.
Six damage?
Unfortunately, it's just... If you had a bludgeoning weapon, it might have been better, but because it's a sword, it's a little hard to, hit it properly. You're able to do some damage, but...
Gadrin's gonna try again.
That's going to hit again. Yeah, once you're over there, you're just going to administer... oh, wow, those are the exact same rolls several times in a row. What the hell? That's really weird. Okay, Lowry, you're there. You're able to administer a little health potion.
Am I, if this isn't broken yet?
Yeah.
Potions are still usable.
Oh, okay.
There-
I'd probably rather save it and do a spell anyway.
Okay, so you're gonna wait till it's broken then.
Yeah.
So Gadget, you do it
I
is
mean,
not broken yet.
I've
Do you want
probably
me to
come
try?
over. I've probably come over by this point. So,
Yeah.
although I'm. That being said, I am also bleeding profusely.
Yeah, you guys are looking rough.
You can
Worse for wear.
probably, yeah, you can probably see like just a red stain just on like one side of my like chest, just expanding out
Is the
on
spike
my
still there?
cloak. Is the what?
The spike's still there.
I'd assume so.
Yeah, does 16 hit the orb? Because I'm continuing to whack at it.
Yes, it hits the orb.
Yeah, I hit a chink this time. I'm gonna get it.
This time, your sword is able to just barely like pierce through it, and as it goes through, the orb shakes in his hand,
Oh,
and
that looks
slowly
promising.
shaking more and more and more and more and more until it just shatters in a small explosion of black energy that just wisps away, and there's nothing but black glass strewn across the floor.
As soon as this happens, I'm gonna go and cast Cure Wounds
Yeah,
on.
you do feel all your magic coming back to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gadget.
And just in case you need more evidence,
Okay, so that
Uh,
should bring Nor back up.
nor you regain 11 health.
Can I just like
Yeah.
just? I'm kind of like in a daze at this point. Like, I'll just like wave at Lowry, just like, can I get one of those too? And just start
Oh.
kind of painfully pulling the thorns out of
Oh,
like
don't do
my
that!
flesh.
Don't pull those out. Leave them in. It's fine. I'll deal with them. Don't. Oh, why would you?
I figured
And then I'll.
you can't really heal a wound if it has something embedded in it, can you?
I mean, I suppose not, but it's best to remove them as you heal it rather than take it out and then let stuff just come out of it. That's about
Okay.
11 health for you as well, George.
Okay.
Oh, there are some repeats in these rolls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got like 3 15s in a row.
So there's just you, a few corpses, and the 7 hostages.
Yeah. I'll probably go over and just get my dagger out, start cutting the ropes.
I might heal Nor a bit more.
That's probably a good idea.
Gadget just sort of picks up a piece of the glass and just sort of chucks it. And he goes up to where he remembers the manticore flew and sees no manticore.
Yeah. You are somewhat disappointed by that.
Okay, I'm upcasting it, and that's 13.
Okay, that's towards.
Nor.
Okay, so Nor, you are.
Yeah, I'm basically back to full health.
Yeah.
But it's
Physically,
just
at
kind of like
least.
he's just still kind of like laying face down, just like.
Like, why are they always out to get me? Okay, that was justified. You had the orb.
Yeah.
The orb.
It feels like one of those like it feels like a scene from a cartoon where there's just one character being one character like runs across the screen and then there's just like 5 people chasing them.
Yeah. Just like a smoke cloud of angry faces.
As Nor's being brought back up, Gatrin's walking over to where Kai's freeing the hostages, just like, never fear, everybody, we're here to save you. with a bit more waver in his voice than you were probably expecting.
Yeah, 'cause he's also very beat up.
I was about to ask him like, how do you still have so much energy after that?
You get
Okay. And that point, so everyone's looking at you guys, looking quite impressed, particularly towards Kai, because the older looking one goes, "I've been teaching at that school for decades, and I've never seen anyone your age show that much power before."
I have. There's a little secret to it. And just like under my breath, I'll go, that being that being some power that the gods hate. But well, I don't think you'll find many other magicians like me around.
Well, you can say that again. Okay, so they're still tied up at this point, by the way.
Yeah, I've
Just having a
probably just
casual
I'll just
conversation.
I'll
Yeah.
just be freeing them like as we talk.
Okay. Grab your daggers and just cut
Yeah.
cut away the
Yeah,
knots.
pretty much.
And they shake it off, and once again the older one, who you presume is like a sort of teacher, some sort, is like, if it weren't for you, we'd all be gone. Unfortunately, we already lost Matthew.
Oh, I'm
Right
sorry.
here.
You do see that there is a bit of there is still the half chewed up arm that the
Yeah,
bloody mouth.
I made that. I put that together.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Not a fate anyone deserves.
At least the rest of us are okay.
Yeah, and we got our revenge. Well,
Yes.
we avenged him. So.
I'm sure he'd be eternally grateful. And may Mornox grant him a safe place in the afterlife.
Indeed.
Most concerning is that we may be expecting more visitors later. We have some. He regularly had conversations with someone through another device of his.
I'll just look over
Somehow
at
work even within a magic circle.
I'll just look over at Gadrin. I vote we take everyone back to the ship and get out of here before the others arrive.
Of course. Yeah, come on, dude. Yeah,
We're not in a shape to take another battle like that.
Mm-hmm.
The two people who sent us over here are waiting for you at the ship.
Well, we'd very much appreciate that. Please, which way?
This way. And Gadget starts walking out. Starts walking, very much trying to play up how he survived that much fighting.
Yeah. He's like, I am your hero, and you're still like limping.
Like
Okay.
I'll just go. I'll just call to the others. Anyone here know the haste spell? I can only cast it onto. Actually, I can only cast it on one. In fact.
They all kind of shake their heads. They're all somewhat low level, unfortunately. They're all like not all of them except the headmaster are somewhere around second level.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
Eventually, you are able to make your way through the foliage. Franklin is already waiting for you. And he sees you guys, and he's just kind of shaking his head, going, "Well, I don't know what I expected." And on the horizon, coming closer, it's another ship.
Gadget sees the ship approaching and tries to get a closer look at it to see if he recognizes it.
As it gets closer, roll perception.
17.
It's not a ship you've seen before. You notice it's got as it gets closer, you do notice some of the symbols, including the emblem of the bladed vipers.
Do I notice this?
Roll perception. Or Gadron could just tell you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Gadron. I don't know if Gadron recognizes the symbol of the bladed vipers.
You've met them before. You know them.
Fine.
All right. Hey guys, I think, we might need to hide these guys. I think that ship's what they were talking to.
Shit.
Okay.
And I'll just look out.
It does eventually approach, and you guys are going to try and hide it on Gadron's ship.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gotta try to get the people to hide on where Gadron's ship is. Yeah, Gadron's gonna sort of usher the class into the deck.
I'm just going to... Have I noticed there's a bladed viper ship yet?
You're just seeing a ship, although that being said, Gadron said bladed vipers, so you are aware of what it is.
Yeah, okay, yeah, in that case, my eyes are going to narrow, and I am just going to wait on the, on the kind of side of the ship, preparing, well, not preparing as an in-game, but preparing myself to cast a certain spell as soon as the ship comes within 150 feet.
Oh boy.
You still got... I mean, it's true you haven't exactly used up many spell slots, have you?
But yeah, I've still got a good few left.
But do you have sorcery points?
Not too many, but I have enough for one empowerment.
Okay, so as Nor, Lowri, and Gadron are escorting everyone onto the ship to lower decks, you're sitting there on the ship, and eventually the ship approaches the shore.
Okay. I am going... Okay, so is it within 150 feet yet?
It's just about reached it.
Okay. In that case, I'm going to raise my hand, and I am going to aim at the sails of this ship. It does look like it's traveling by sail, right?
Yes.
Okay. And
It
I
is
am
a
going
very
to
large sailing
cast
ship.
fireball at those sails.
Okay. I'm gonna say it hits automatically because it's an inanimate object.
It's a dex. It's a dex.
To be fair, I'm not sure ships are all that agile.
I mean,
Yeah.
fireball's not a thing you dodge. You have to make a dex save to avoid taking extra damage.
Yeah, so I think it just automatically.
Yeah, but
fails,
what's the dex modifier for a fucking boat?
nothing.
Probably-
It's probably just.
I'd say 2.
I think inanimate objects just auto fail dex saves.
Yeah, that would make
Surely.
sense to me because they can't exactly try and
yeah.
dodge it because they're just sitting there waiting
Yeah.
to be hit.
Mhm.
Okay.
So yeah, so go ahead and roll for damage just to see.
Okay,
Because it is definitely 27.
no, wait. I'm spending a sorcery point to
You
to
are just-
reroll those. So yeah, all of those two. I guess it's probably getting greedy to reroll both the 3s as well, but I guess I might as well. Okay, nothing. So yeah,
All right.
for one sorcery point, I'll take that. So yeah, 33 damage, and yeah, I'm aiming to just set this ship ablaze.
So you aim it in such a way that the mast holding the sails is just completely blown off, and that's
Yeah.
and you just erupt a giant hole into the main deck of the ship, and several bladed vipers are sent flying in multiple directions. Some screaming, not all of them. The ones close to the epicenter are disturbingly silent, and there's one such figure that is sent downwards through the bow of the ship, breaking past all the wood and landing face first right in front of you. And is soon followed up, crawling along the shoreline, crawling up towards the shore, a fairly large crocodile.
Oh,
And the figure just kind of... It this who you now tell is a very large-looking man. Just pulls his face out of the earth, and as he does that, he gets a good angle of you, and you can just hear him go in a familiar voice that you haven't heard in a while, but you know who it is. He looks at him and goes, "Oh, fuck a duck." Yep, it is Alexis, who you first fought way back in session 3.
Bro, this guy.
Who you originally had arrested and killed his crocodile. And now he has another one, it seems.
It's about to be had.
Yeah. Well, you were finished last
Where
time.
does he get these from?
Viper. And I'll just seethe my teeth and just steel myself to cast another spell.
You can see he's just immediately just backs away, like, no, wait, no, we can talk this out. We're not expecting you. We weren't trying to get involved with you.
So what were you expecting then?
We were supposed to have just a business meeting with some locals. Nothing that's suspicious. It's fine. It's fine. You can go. You can go.
I'm going to mutter some more arcane words, and I'm going to cast a chaos bolt at him.
Jesus.
Oh, I just realised I should be triggering the magic surge because I use chaos.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you need to roll twice.
Yeah. No, I just rolled a d100 straight. If since I used
right.
times,
Yes,
yeah.
that's true.
That would be a perfect time to become a potted plant.
73.
Not you!
Okay, 73 is interesting. A random creature within 60 feet of you becomes poisoned for 1d4 hours.
Oh.
The poor crocodile.
Okay, no. I'm going to revise a little bit of what happened. I'm going to say that he looked up, saw you, and then immediately
Okay.
vomits. So now he's terrified and got a dirty shirt.
Okay.
And the
Yeah, I'm just gonna.
And the crocodile is also just looking at his back at her master and at you, back at the master, and it's just like, why is Master so scared of this small child?
Okay, I'm gonna just.
You're just gonna straight up kill him?
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm just gonna say. I want you
It's
to know that this is. I want you to know that this is more than you deserve, and I'm gonna cast a chaos bolt at him.
Does anyone have any complaints with that?
I'm not in a place to see.
Yeah, you have no idea.
Yeah.
I do.
Complaints with what?
I don't think this guy deserves to live.
He's about to kill him with a chaos bolt.
I mean, go for it. I'm pretty sure the rest are I'm pretty sure the majority of us is not fully aware of what's just happened. Just there's been a loud explosion happened, which probably would have garnered attention for a moment. And I think before we can even get up there, you guys have already done your exchange.
Yeah, by the time you immediately go that, you just look there and you just see Kai ruthlessly murder a man.
Yeah.
Cold blood.
Shall I roll for attack? Is he really trying to resist?
Yes, he doesn't want to die.
Okay. Well, I'm aiming straight at his face with this guy.
Okay. So let me just see what his health is.
I'm not sure it's gonna matter in a few seconds. Because I mean,
Good point, but hey, you never know.
What do the dice say, Mr. Kai?
Where am I attacking?
Yes.
Okay.
Roll to attack.
14.
14. Well, it's definitely gonna hit.
Okay.
For how much damage, Mr. Kai?
Just 8. Although I could spend my last
fortune points at this point.
I've got 1 left.
And he's got more spell slots to convert.
Yeah, I do. I have a lot more spells. I have 4 more spell slots. 3 level 2, 1 level 1. But yeah, I've dealt 8 damage to him. Damage type fire damage right on his face.
Okay. So he's not dead, but he is like rolling around in pain, and the crocodile is also
his face is burnt off.
Yeah, it's now just like red and gross.
Okay. In that case, I'm gonna step up to him, pull my magical dagger out, and just drive it into him.
Oh wait, no, he still gets a turn. He gets
Oh,
a
okay.
turn.
If
And he
he's
goes,
not
he
too
goes,
busy rolling
wait,
around,
please, take it. I can give you information. I can give you information, please.
What information?
Well, I mean, don't you want to know how I got out?
No. I want to know. I want to know the location of every last blighted vapor on this damned continent, so that I can do to them what I did to you. And as I say that, I'm just going to like push my dagger, not into, but I'm just going to bear my dagger at his throat.
At this point, Gadget,
Yeah, at this point, you guys have seen this.
Yeah, noting the commotion, just sees what's happening. Is just like, oh, what? How did he get here?
You have no idea who this guy is. You're just seeing you see this guy. You see a few bladed vipers are swimming up to shore and just running to the forest, while Kai is just focused intently on Alexis. Yeah. And there's a boat next to you that's currently on fire.
Gadget realizes what happened pretty quickly.
Yeah, I think most people can.
I've asked him for the location of every bladed viper on the continent.
I don't know. I don't know. Right. I don't know where all that. I'm not that high up. I'm not that much of a leader. I'll be honest. I got demoted. I got out of prison just to learn I've been reduced to just nothing. Just reduced for a few local stuff. I'm not a big deal anymore. I can't tell you.
And yet you still
Gadget just gives a look at Gadget just gives a look at the crocodile. Just now realizing that there is in fact a crocodile.
Everyone is going to fight.
You can go fight it if you want.
Well, Gadget's not interested in fighting it. He just looks at the crocodile, just like, do you know what's happening here?
Roll animal handling to see if it understands you.
That's straight. Whoa!
Oh.
Wow!
Your eyes tell enough to see confusion, and the crocodile does basically its best. It's the closest thing a crocodile can do to a shrug. It just goes like. Because remember, it's new as well. It is not Bessie.
Yeah. But yeah.
Yeah. So he goes like, but I know one guy. The guy who got me out. I can tell you who he is. It's the guy I was talking to while I was still in Prospects. It's Orion. His name's Orion. He's the Minotaur. A white-skinned Minotaur. He was helping us exchange for some help over in Vaclad. I mean, I don't know, like you got a Minotaur friend, maybe he knows him.
I just I'm clearly like making a hard decision as I just kind of look down at my knife, and I just go like, I want to spare you. I want to believe that there's still hope for you, but you got out, and you came back here. You came back to this life. You came back to the Bladed Vipers, and I just can't help but see the faces.
I didn't have a choice.
I can't help but see the faces of all the people. What you did to all those people in Prospects. You know how long they were captured for? It took us weeks to free them. Weeks of sitting in a dark, damp dungeon, hopeless, waiting to be sold into death by slavery or whatever worse fate they had in store for them.
Oh, I mean that's not my fault.
What do you mean? It's directly your fault.
I don't care anymore. I'm plunging the knife into his throat.
I don't know if that's a good idea. I feel like if you tried to do that, Lowry's gonna just grab your wrist and just be like, It's not worth it. Just
And I mean, can she react fast enough?
Roll. Okay, roll me a dex save, Lowry.
okay.
10. And roll to attack, guy.
I think it's plus. What is it? Oh, +7 with the dagger.
Yep.
27.
Oh, okay. Nope.
Yeah, no, you reach out, but it's too late. Kai's immediately just slits his
Damn.
throat.
Yeah.
That one comment just immediately sealed his fate.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And yeah, I'll just put my
Yeah.
I'll put my bloody dagger back in my back in like my pack, and
I think
just not even talking to anyone. I'm just going to head downstairs.
Well, back
Lowry
onto
will
the
probably
ship
give a bit of a
first.
Yeah,
sigh.
yeah, into the ship.
Gadget just sort of Gadget follows Kai. Yeah, as he goes. You know, Gadget's gaze follows Kai. He looks back at the crocodile and just thinks for a moment, just like, "You wanna come with?"
The crocodile takes a pointed look at Kai and looks back to Alexis's bleeding corpse, and then just runs into the trees. No, it doesn't run, just walks into the trees.
Just
It
like,
kind of just go. It's just like, this is where I live now.
I'm sure it's fine.
yeah,
He'll
It's the end of life of Pi all over again.
Gadget just sort of shrugs, and then goes to follow Kai.
I think Laura's gonna kind of go over and crouch over the former member of the Bladed Vipers here, and
He wasn't Bladed Vipers. He was a little higher up than that, remember?
then you get dropped though down to lower tier.
Oh wait, no. He was a member of the. Okay, I thought you meant you.
Yeah.
No.
No. Yeah, but yeah.
So he'll just kind of crouch over and just kind of with his hand kind of close his eyes. You know, I kind of get what he was saying. Kind of talking to Lowry there.
how so?
Oh, I mean, in that position, what do you do? You're obviously indebted to the people that freed you. Not really given much choice, I don't think.
Yeah, I suppose so. Like wow, that's kind of dark. Yeah. Oh well, now I feel even worse. I didn't manage to stop Kai. Oh well,
Well.
to be fair, like if we did keep him alive, I feel like he'd never have been able to escape whatever he was tangled up in.
Yeah. Well, you never know
Oh.
what people can wind up escaping.
I mean, you managed, though. That is obviously slightly different.
But I suppose what's done is done. And I kind of, at this point, I think I'll just kind of drag his body to the edge here and just kind of unceremoniously kind of flip the body over into the water, the deeper end of the shoreline, I guess.
Yeah, the half effort Viking funeral.
I mean,
I like the active mention that it was unceremonious.
well, I mean, you have to remember -1 strength, so it's not going to be very graceful. So it's just very like as he can, just kind of flip him over the edge.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair, I guess.
Okay, you do that, and eventually you guys will all just kind of reconvene at the boat.
Yeah.
Gadget's moving to
Once there, you'll find that Kai is just sitting with his kind of notebook / journal open, just open to one of the like back pages, and he has just written a single word on there in like quite large letters. And that word is Orion.
Have you guys see the word Orion? Can I ask all of you, except for Gadron, to make an intelligence check?
Might be history. Who's
Yeah,
remembering?
history.
And I
History would be
definitely
better.
know who that is. I
Yeah,
remember,
Orion.
even though my score is 0.
You say you definitely remember who? You remember, but
I mean, yeah, I remember who it is.
But I mean, the guy who was remembered, but
And okay, so Lowri, you see that name and you immediately remember way back when you guys had first met, back with Protavros. He told you that he was there on a mission, looking for someone who'd tried staging a coup with his tribe, and that name was Orion. And his name was mentioned a couple times during your little adventures with the Bladed Vipers and Prospects. And that's who Protavros was originally searching for before he was called back. It appears that Protavros has not found him yet. And somehow managed to get him to Prospects and help many Bladed Vipers escape.
Gadrin sort of walks over to Kai and said, "Why are you making those scribbles? Don't you need to write down our heroic exploits in there?"
Not. Kai will just kind of darkly say, "Not tonight, Gudrun. I'm not feeling like it."
Gad.
And he's also just got the. Kai also probably just has the knife, just with the guy's blood still on it, just out next to him.
Alright. You can see Franklin's kind of looking at you, and he's gonna go and he kind of looks at you and goes, "You've met that guy before, haven't you?"
I have. He was the man who, well, he was behind the raid on prospects, the one that tangled me into all of this.
Gadrin lifts his head in realization. Yeah, he's suddenly having context for why Kai was acting so dark toward that guy specifically.
Yeah.
I think Lowri will probably move over to sit next to Kai and just kind of go, "This seems to have hit you pretty hard. Are you okay? Like, you have killed a lot of people before and it's never bothered you. Why are you suddenly why is this suddenly hit you so hard?"
I suppose it was killing someone who's not trying to kill me actively feels different. But after what he did, I couldn't forgive him.
I'll be honest with you. If I were in your place, part of me thinks I'd have done the same thing.
Gadrin sits there with a bit of a conflicted look on his face, and eventually chimes in saying, "I get that he did that, but he did whatever he did, but at least let him fight to the death if you're gonna kill him."
Yeah. He didn't want to fight to the death, I don't think.
Well, so then just leave him. If he doesn't want to fight, he'll someone else will come fight him eventually. There's no need.
How many? I'll just turn to Gadron, just clearly quite an angry look on my face. And how many innocents are you prepared to leave in his way before that happens? Before someone else comes along and fights him? How many people, like those prisoners we have downstairs, how many like them would have to perish before another person came along to do what I did?
Hey, look, you don't. I know you're feeling emotional, but you don't need to take it out on Gadron here. We all understand what's going on. I think he's just trying to help, and uh, it's not your personal job to stop him. It. It's not your job to stop everybody in the world getting hurt. You don't know
But if I have a
what your
chance,
actions will result in, and you don't know if he'll do more damage.
he
You
was
don't have to get your
he
hands
was he
dirty
was
just
heading
because you.
he was heading to this place to go and capture a cohort more of prisoners and do who knows what to them. I think you can put this in the reasonable category for whether he was
Well,
going to hurt anyone else.
well, that
Yeah.
part I get. I'm not too sure the killing was all that necessary.
Yes, that. My point wasn't that he wasn't going to hurt people. My point was that we could have tied him up and taken him home, and you wouldn't, and it wouldn't be your fault if he later escaped, which I doubt he would have.
He escaped last time. What's to stop him doing it again?
Well, we could find a more secure place. Keep him
What's
away
to
from
let him
contact.
do it again?
Prospect
Exactly.
secure.
Besides, he'd lost his own transportation. He'd have been stranded on this island who knows how long.
No,
Well,
at this point, Nora's gonna kind of come over and come put a hand on Kai's shoulder. He's like, "Well, he did what he thought was best in the time. And it's like we said, we captured him once, and he did get free. And don't forget, the big guy pointing to where we had came from with the lizards was talking to someone about picking up the prisoners. I think it's fair to say we know who now was coming to pick them up."
Mm-hmm.
and, well, ordinary criminals are one thing, Blade of the Vipers are another.
Yeah, I understand. But still, we could have left him alive and maybe learned something else more.
Hmm.
And then he gets up and claps his hands. Fortunately, I've already managed to take care of that a little bit. He walks over to the center of a deck towards a little bit of a trap door. Opens it up. Reaches his hand inside. Oh, where is it? There we go. And then just yanks out and throws onto the deck. Another bladed viper.
Oh.
Another familiar bladed viper. Blonde hair. Still wearing a little bit of Prospaxian guard armor. It's Beckham.
This was the guy who...
The guy who
North
got
to draw
who North brutally tortured. Yes, that one.
I'll just kind of point out,
He looks.
I remember him.
You see, he looks up after being thrown and sees Nor and just like you have never seen irises so small before.
My
just like-
like fingers will close around the dagger before I kind of reconsider and just kind of look at him contemptuously. Just, you're not even worth my time.
Yeah. At that point, Franklin's just kind of clapping his hands, like, "Yep, found them trying to stow away with their little rescuees. Try to hide in the storage, but can't escape these old eyes, can he?"
Gadget.
Seems like he never learned to do anything other than cower away.
Gadget beams up at nice.
I know this ship like the back of my hand, and I love it more than I love anybody else I've ever met.
Get Asian out, right? But it's still my ship.
Yeah, doesn't mean I can't appreciate it myself. But that's beside the point. This little guy here, he purposely puts his foot on Beckham's back. Can probably help us narrow down where this Orion is.
Gadget just sort of sits down in front of Beckham and just says, "Hi, I'm Gadget. So."
I'll kind of I'll utter Franklin's comments. I'm going to bare my teeth at Beckham in like an almost animalistic manner, in just a low growl. I'll just go, and he is willing to do that, isn't he?
Roll intimidation with advantage.
Intimidation is...
It's a charisma thing, so
Yes.
it should be very
I
good for
don't
you.
no proficiency, but
Who needs it?
24.
Yeah, exactly.
You notice the boards around him are starting to look a little wetter all of a sudden, and he's just like very quietly nodding his head, like he's still gagged at this point, so he can't say anything, but his eyes tell you everything you need to know.
Good.
All right. I'll talk to him. Come on, Mister. Yeah. Gadrin then picks him up by.
I'll just gesture over to Nor. You have a bit of an eye for liars, if I recall. Perhaps you
That's
would like to accompany Gadrin.
Yeah, certainly. Plus, if we're trying to find out the location of something, he'll kind of pull out one of his daggers and spin it. It's like, this guy's pretty good at maps.
I'll grin and just nod.
Yeah, Gadrin reaches to the guy and kind of yanks down the gag. Sorry, I didn't quite catch it. What was your name?
He freezes for a moment as he hears Nor's little comment, and like, he for a minute he doesn't actually hear what you say. He's just looking at Nor's dagger and just like,
yeah, sir, what's your name?
No, Beckham. It's Beckham.
All right, come with me, Beckham.
My name's Beckham.
All right, come with me, Beckham.
I don't want
Hey, don't worry, I'm not gonna hurt you.
He is.
So Gadget's gonna take him to one of the less used rooms in the ship. That being the brig.
Okay.
Nor will follow suit.
And he's just gonna walk in behind one of the into the cell door. Sit him down, kind of brush off his shoulders. You walk to the other side of the bars and not even closing the door.
Yeah.
And then just sitting down in front of him cross-legged.
Yeah. You can, as you're walking towards, you can hear Frederick behind you. Just takes out his little guitar, and you just hear him going. You see him. There once was a ship that put to sea. The name of the ship was the Beauty. And with that, you guys start to feel a little more invigorating as he does that. Ooh. And you heal. Let me see. Or I can just go down very quickly. Yes. You regain an extra 6 hit points. Everyone.
Nice.
Hey, my hit point total doubled.
Thanks to Song of Rest.
Might have been fully
because he is a bard.
Yep, my HP is restored. My tattered like robe is not.
And that's where we're going to end tonight's session.
Okay, that was great.
that was pretty great. Yeah.
I wanted to bring these guys back at some point.
Yeah. Well, sorry, you can't bring one of them back.
I mean, to be fair, like I'd hoped for Alexis to be the one being captured, but well, what you did, I mean, that made sense. Yeah. So I'm not going to be salty. And I was just like, and in the middle of that, I was like, well, I mean, at least Beckham's still here, and he's less likely to be slaughtered.
Yeah,
he's a little less responsible.
Beckham's the comedic relief. Bladed fighter.
Yeah, I am fully envisioning in the next session there's going to be a good bad cop routine with Nor and Gashrin.
Yeah.
Oh, abso-fucking-lutely.
And yeah, Kaya's like the cop who is so bad they don't even let him into the room.
More like the cop that's already been suspended a couple times.
Yeah.
It's fine, but they keep bringing him back because the criminals just won't talk without him.
Yeah. Yeah, I got to give Kai some character development, which was nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will say, like,
Mhm.
honestly, I do think Angry Kai is one of my favorite Kai parts.
Yeah,
It's,
I mean,
it's
yeah, that's
terrifying
like
as it is you do know how to use it
thanks,
And
yeah,
it gives a lot of opportunities for like interesting interactions and stuff.
yeah,
Like at this point where it's the first hostile interaction that Kai and Gadrin have ever had.
yeah.
Yeah, because
I think it was
Gadget
the
just
first one that any of us have ever really had.
Yeah, I
there
don't.
was a there was
There's
a little
one
bit
time
between Gadget and
ago.
Nor when Nor ended up revealing his identity.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, I meant with Kai.
With
yeah.
Kai,
I think Kai's. There was the incident of Kai just like blasting two like completely low-ranking blade snipers, but I don't think that got dwelt on quite as much as this.
Well, it didn't seem like it killed them, so
No, I don't think it did.
the yeah, the honestly the
To be honest, like I'm not actually sure the dagger would have killed him, but I made him do that because it just made more character sense. I'm just like, yeah, this
Yeah.
is where it's going.
I mean, it was
And
also
there's
his
and I'll
goal.
be honest, there's
So,
no way that he'd be able to fight back.
yeah. Yeah, I think when it's like a dagger to the throat that they're not really even trying to resist.
Yeah, all he's doing there is just sitting there cowering in fear
Yeah.
as you.
As I just yeah, that God, I'm thinking how terrified he must be, just like having just this like kid just stood over him, just having a like moral debate with himself over whether or not to kill you.
Mm.
and the
And
crocodile
then she
just
goes,
there.
No, I was hoping the crocodile would do add something, but he was just kind of there like, I am. You're just the new guy.
I am not associated with this person or event.
I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of hoping we'd have a second team pet, but I guess it just wasn't in the cards.
You can't replace Barnaby no matter how hard Kai tries.
I'm not saying replace him. I'm saying in addition.
You can bet Kai would have just been like he would just like looked at like the crocodile just like mauling something and then just turned to Barnaby just like, why can't you do that?
The guys, Barnaby like, I'm a fucking herbivore, mate.
It's unsanitary.
I think my favorite Kai and Barney interaction so far was the one where he just saw like a Pegasus in like the Feywild and he just turns to Barney and just goes like, why can't you do that?
I swear, one day someone's gonna cast Awaken on Barnaby, and it's gonna be glorious.
Then Barnaby's gonna look at Gadron killing people and go to Kai and go, "Why can't you do that?"
Oh, the shade was thrown, and I loved it.
I can obliterate people if I want.
Yeah, unless there's a magical orb involved.
All right,
Yeah.
fine. He'll wait until Gadron fights a wolf, and then he'll say, "Why can't you do that?"
I don't have any retort to.
Oh, man. I love it.
Wolves
Honestly, I might,
keep the
I might
wolves
give
away.
enough of a strap between him to fight wolves single-handedly.
That's going to be like the sweetest moment of the whole campaign. The day I can kill a wolf.
Plot twist: a wolf's the final boss.
It's just dryads that can turn into wolves.
Massive,
The ultimate
massive
nightmare.
wolf would be a cool boss.
It's just
Just great
we
wolves.
just get to like the end of the campaign, and it's just like, oh, it turns out that Neos, the god of everything, is actually a massive wolf.
Actually, if I will have a look, actually, if you'll look at the setting details, you'll notice that Mornox's sacred animal is, in fact, a wolf.
Yeah, like, Kai believes that.
Oh gosh.
Man, good session.
He's like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's like,
I read that a lot.
so why? It's like, so why do you fear death, Kai? Because you're not sure. Because you're afraid of dying before completing a legacy. You're afraid of not knowing what's beyond. And he's just like, big wolf. Yeah, that was a good session.
Yeah.
God, it went by a little slower than I expected, but it worked.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it worked,
Oh, yeah.
definitely.
It's kind of funny how the Lizardfolk lackey did more damage collectively to Gadrin than the Lizardfolk king.
seems to be a running
The
theme.
Lizardfolk King didn't really do that much, did he?
Hmm,
He didn't hit me at all.
yeah.
I got
Actually, no, he hit me
nice-
once.
Yeah, hit
Then
you
Nor
once.
gets a Kimp out of this with just a
And
nice
meanwhile,
nice
you,
fight.
you got golfed by the by the lackey.
You know, I realized after in the time since our last session that there are three creatures that have resisted Gadrin's spooky attack. Yeah, the bartender, the young Garuga, and what that one Lizardfolk lackey last session.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I'm
Also, yeah, if anyone goes down without an anti-magic field present at some point, I do have a cool ability where basically when another creature you can see makes an attack roll, an ability check, or a saving throw, you can use your reaction, spend 2 sorcery points to roll 1d4 and apply the number rolled as a bonus or a penalty to the creature's roll.
Huh.
So I
Ooh.
could potentially turn a death save, and I looked up and death saves do fall under that.
Yes, they are saving throws.
Yeah. So yeah, I can potentially save someone from death. So yeah.
That
Anyway,
was
yeah.
fun.
Thank you for the session, Tom.
Yep, glad you liked it.
I'm gonna assume same time next week.
Yeah.